Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
Oh, snaps. We're in it. Welcome to Johnny Woodard Presents Broken Simulation, starring Johnny Woodard. Bang. In it.
Oh, snap. That was a big one when I was a kid. What else did you have?
Oh, no, you did.
Oh, when nobody said that.
Oh, no.
That was like black people on TV.
Well, dude, I'm from the 80s and 90s. All we wanted to do was be black people.
Hot topics.
The big story, I guess, is this texting crisis out of Washington. So this is the craziest shit. I don't know. I mean, in a year of crazy shit, this is insane. So the executive editor for the Atlantic, what's his name? Goldberg, something Goldberg.
I call him Captain Cuckface.
Captain Cuckface. Yeah, I think that's his official nickname.
Is Cuck a word we can say on YouTube?
Probably not. No.
Jeez.
Jeffrey Goldberg is the guy's name. He's their editor-in-chief. Not their executive editor, their editor-in-chief.
Johnny, I think you just made a noticing joke. I'm sorry. Go on.
A what?
A noticing joke.
No. I'm not like that.
I love that about you, buddy.
Oh, God. Well, we're really just shot out of a cannon tonight, aren't we?
We're in it, dude. Johnny, we're in it. Okay? We're living in 2025. We're doing real talk for real people. Okay? Real talk, real people.
So,
Johnny, I need to get something very clear to you right now. I'm a real one, okay?
I know what you wanted to say, yeah.
I'm a real one, okay? I don't take money from Big Soda to promote it, okay? I'm a real one.
What's Big Soda got to do with anything?
Have you heard about the Big Soda thing?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
A bunch of conservatives took money from Big Soda to push...
What soda? What kind of soda?
Coke and Pepsi, which, I own stock in.
To push what? Coke and Pepsi?
Because the whole thing is that they want to pull... what is the... Oh, for the EBT cards. They want to make it illegal for them to buy soda with EBT cards. And like 20% Coca-Cola's money comes from EBT cards.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they're going to space, Johnny.
Well, I see they're pushing back on it. I don't see anything about them taking money.
Yeah,
but I do see that
a bunch of conservatives.
They're pushing back. The lobbyists are pushing back. Okay, so this story. Okay, Jeffrey Goldberg is the editor-in-chief of the fucking Atlantic. And he is on Signal. And a couple nights ago, he gets a text from someone claiming to be Pete Hegseth, sorry. As you know,
Christian Zionist.
Well, yeah. And he's also in this thread. You can find the Vice President of the United States.
What is it?
It's a Telegram thread.
Telegram thread. Our president's on a Telegram thread.
Yeah, or at least someone who is representing him is on there.
Okay.
And it's a couple other people in the White House, right? And in the national security apparatus. And he is CC'd on or added to this Telegram thread where they're going over the assault on Yemen that hasn't happened yet, the bombing of Yemen that hasn't happened yet. And he thinks at first he's like being trolled or somebody's messing with him or something. And then he realized, and the way they're debating it, like I'll just show you some of the text here. This is from JD Vance. He's adding Pete Hegseth. He says, "If you think we should do it, let's go. I just hate bailing out Europe again. Let's just make sure our messaging is tight here. And if there are things we can do up front to minimize risk to Saudi oil facilities, we should do it."
Notice nothing's about American lives.
No, of course not. No.
Unbelievable.
And
we thought he was one of the decent ones, right? Like, even though he's got Peter Thiel up his beehole, right? Yeah. Right? But we thought, okay, JD Vance, he's from Appalachians, his mom's a junkie. He gets us.
Well, the interesting thing is that he doesn't even have a ton of pull here, you can tell. Hegseth comes back and says, "I fully share your loathing of European freeloading. It's pathetic," he writes in all caps.
And now, are we against that? Are we against that statement right there?
No, he's right.
We're in.
Yeah. But Mike is correct. We are the only ones on the planet, on our side of the ledger anyway, who can do this. Nobody else even is close. The question is timing. I feel like now is as good a time as any, given POTUS's directive to reopen shipping lanes. I think we should go, but POTUS still retains 24 hours of decision space.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's in AA we call that pause when agitated. Okay. If you're upset, you don't do anything. There's a rule I learned in AA, Johnny. Here's what I've learned. Should it be said? Should it be said right now? Should it be said by me right now? when you get to that one, you tend to be like, okay, it doesn't need to be said. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I got you. No,
So when he goes 24 hours, that's what you do.
Yeah, and usually when it involves dropping bombs on people, the answer is probably don't do it.
How about don't do it?
Yeah.
How about that? How about the people that voted for no war get what they want?
I completely agree. So you've got also Marco Rubio's in there. Let's see who else. Tulsi Gabbard is in there. I mean, it's just a whole list of people in who are in the tight circle of national security.
Man, Tulsi flipped quick, huh? She's very non-war now she's like, yeah, we gotta get those Yemenese.
No,
she's totally in on it.
Well, okay, so
by the way, Johnny, real quick, before you go, my theory is that the only woman that could get voted in to president is Tulsi Gabbard because she has a phone sex voice. You could listen to her talk nasty to you on the phone for $3.99 a minute.
No, that's true.
Hi, it's Tulsi. What are you into?
Now then, Stephen Miller.
I like to get nasty.
The person we presume is Stephen Miller.
By the way, bombing Yemen is nasty.
It is nasty. Yeah, a person we presume is Stephen Miller. He hasn't confirmed it apparently.
Okay.
Pops in, and this is where he just lays down the law.
Is he the guy that his head looks like a light bulb?
Correct. Yes,
okay.
That's him.
Light bulb Steve. That's who we called him in high school.
That's right. Now the president. I mentioned the president was in it. It's really Stephen Miller representing him here. And he says, as I heard it, the president was clear, green light. But we soon make clear to Egypt and Europe what we expect in return. We also need to figure out how to enforce such a requirement. If Europe doesn't remunerate, then what? If the U.S. successfully restores freedom of navigation at great cost, there needs to be some further economic gain extracted in return. So they're talking about just pure transactional warfare.
Which is what we thought they were, right? Isn't that basically what we've all come to agree that this is what we become, hired guns?
Absolutely. And it's it goes on like this. I won't bore you with the details of it, and then they start getting into like timelines, like when the bombs are going to stop dropping and everything, like when and where everything's going to hit. So this guy for the Atlantic is sitting there, and then when that time comes, the first reports of like explosions in Yemen start coming across the wires. And he's like, oh, shit, dude. I am on this thread. Nobody ever asked, like, who is this guy? Nothing. And then he left the thread, and nobody ever was like,
okay,
what happened?
Okay, so let's
insane.
Let's stop for a second and go, we don't like this guy, right? Greenberg or whatever his name is?
Goldberg, yeah.
Goldberg.
No, the Atlantic is mostly
we don't like
a shit
him.
rag. Yeah.
Okay, but Johnny, if this was any other time where everyone was on one side or the other side, if this was the 70s, you know what this guy would be doing right now? Journalism. This would be journalism. You would be saying, hey, man, these guys want to go to war. I'm sorry, but nobody wants to go to war with Yemen.
No.
The American people don't want war with Yemen. They've expressed it. Yemen has done nothing to us. And again, it gets into this guy on campus getting in trouble. He wasn't criticizing America. Our clip is getting a lot of shit right now on Instagram that Steve Pinokin or whatever, and everyone's like laying into it. Oh, you guys are getting killed. Sorry, dude. He was not criticizing America. I'm sorry.
So what if he was?
And so what if he is? I personally think he was, once you're given a green card.
Yeah, people have this. People are confused. The framers were very clear when the Constitution applies to citizens and when it applies to anybody in the United States. And most of those things, they say people, not citizens. And those protections apply to people with green cards, of course.
He's probably a British spy, most likely. So there's something there with that. But it's like, I'm sorry, dude.
Like
I'm sorry.
Person committing espionage.
I'm sorry, but the war machine is the spooks. The war machine is the elites. The war machine is what we keep voting against every time. And this notion that we need $50 billion of war every year. Can we just give them $50 billion and say, just stop killing people? I mean, we print that money enough. That's like one print. Here. Stop bombing people. Leave us alone.
Just give it to the defense contractors and stuff?
Yeah,
just
go away.
Yeah, that's great. At least they're doing it now. They're not trying to get boots on the ground. I feel like if this was what you said, 30 years ago, we would be talking about an invasion And
Yeah.
now I feel like this
Yeah, but
the
dude-
Overton window has moved so far that nobody's for boots on the ground anymore, and that they know they can never
Yeah,
get
but
away
dude,
with it.
this is now you're getting into the thing where it's like, is this war? Like, are we at war?
It's
Is-
always been that thing since going back to Vietnam. you
What
know,
is war?
What is war?
I
yeah.
mean, like, dude, if we're bombing people, I would think that's war. And there's
Well,
constitutions.
they didn't even
There's-
call Iraq war or Afghanistan
That's
war.
what I'm
yeah.
saying, dude. They've changed the definition, or in their head, like, hey, dude, we're not sending boots, so we can do whatever we
Well,
want.
it's supposed to be. It's because they're never going to call not sending boots on the ground war. It's because you know why the war powers are supposed to be in the hands of Congress, and the president usurped those decades and decades ago, and now it's never going back.
Yeah,
It's
it
never going
sucks.
back. Ron Paul spent his entire career railing against this, got nowhere.
Yep. How do we not have a White House their own like?
Well, here's the
Telegram
other thing. This is really important now. Think of this. A lot of or at least some of the people in there had their messages set to delete, to disappear after a month.
Oh, so they were
And that's-
basically Snapchatting it.
And that's illegal. Everything, if you create a new form of communication, it has to be, you have to have a carbon copy being sent to the archivists so that they will, it'll be preserved forever, the decision making behind this, so we can make sure it was done legally and there wasn't any bad intent or, anything that was, anything that was, what would you say? I guess not in the best interest of our country being done. But that's always been the way of it, and now that they're using things like Telegram. Is that why they're using Telegram? So that all this shit doesn't end up in the record?
100%.
So I think they got to stop that shit right quick. Because also you have a question, and I saw a few people writing about this. What happens now if somebody at the CIA, let's say, is using Telegram and their phone is compromised? Now you're China and you have access to literally in real time the plans in Taiwan, let's say, something like that. They can't do that, dude. They can't be using phones.
How about you don't go into Taiwan? How about that one?
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
How about we don't control Taiwan? Get any of our businesses out of there, start doing it here, and move on. Sorry,
Anyway, it's funny. It's funny too to listen. Like JD Vance doesn't have. You can tell from the dynamic of the thread. JD Vance doesn't have a lot of power. He's just kind of sheepishly kind of poked his head in.
I'm the vice president. Listen to me, damn it.
Yeah, and then like Rubio's like the intellectual in the room, and it's fascinating to hear them. And then Stephen Miller is the guy who comes in with Trump's voice and is just like, "Shit, the Trump said go, baby, let's do this." So, yeah, and I it's a new day here. So we're constantly being disappointed right now.
And that was Hot Topic.
Hot top.
Hot Topic. Guys, come see me live.
Where are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be in Detroit this weekend, then Tacoma, Ronaldo Beach. There's so many dates coming. It's coming out. I got dates coming out of my beehole.
Bellflower, San Diego.
Yeah. So Johnny, have you seen this thing that people are doing now? They're asking Grok. What is it? Grok?
Grok,
Is it?
yeah.
Grok. Based on my tweets.
Yeah.
Who am I most like? I got Joe Rogan and Dave Smith. Not bad.
Not bad. Yeah.
Not bad.
That's good company. Some guy sent me that and said, "This is more proof that Grok is gay."
I think it might be
saying you're
gay.
like Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Grok is horny for us.
It is funny, dude. I've been interacting with ChatGPT more lately, just using it for stuff, but you got to be careful, dude. It just makes shit up, dude. They call it, it's called hallucinations, is what they generously call
Is that what they're calling
Yeah.
AI bullshit?
Yeah, AI bullshit is called hallucinations, and it'll take information that you've kind of fed it and then just kind of twist it into
I love
something that
that.
sounds true, and
I
it'll
love
just be
that.
way off, and it'll say it confidently. It's a thing women usually do. Have you noticed that women will confidently tell you something completely wrong?
100%.
Yeah.
I've said this before. Dana and I, Dana is driving me fucking nuts right now with her Trump derangement syndrome.
Oh, boy.
So I just agree with her.
Oh,
Can you believe he's doing it? Oh, I can't believe it. Dude, is it Nazi Germany around here?
That's the move, dude.
That's it. Not even
That's the
fighting.
move.
And she gets angry about it. Okay, I get what you're doing. I'm like, hey, dude, that's what I'm going to do from now on. I don't care. I'm on nobody's side. I like things that Trump's doing, and I hate things that Trump's doing, and I will call it out individually, okay?
Yeah.
I don't care. Listen, the Palestinian and the bearded ladies thing, AI is creepy and gross, and I'm very anti with that. But so far, I would take 2-3 months of Trump over 4 years of Biden and
Dude,
8 years of Obama.
Did you hear this story that Mike Johnson told the leader of the House? He was talking about how he talked to Biden near the end, and was like, "Listen, Biden, Mr. President, I got the people who are running like the pipelines of natural gas to like Russia or somewhere overseas somewhere, and they want to know why you shut it off with that executive order the other day." And Biden was like, "No, I don't, you're talking crazy. I didn't shut anything off."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, you really did. I promise you." And he's like, "No, I didn't. What that was, I commissioned a study for them to look into, the safety of natural gas." And Mike Johnson's like, "Listen, Mr. President, with respect, do you mind if I just go get this thing and show it to you?" And he shows it to him, and Biden clearly just didn't. He's signing shit and doesn't know what it is.
auto-penned it.
Yeah, he auto-penned it. He doesn't.
Meaning they were just doing it without him.
Putting it in front of him, and now Trump is saying that all of his pardons are illegal because they were done by auto-pen.
Oh my God! I know, I heard that. I don't know how I feel about that.
Trump announced it, man.
It starts a precedent, which I'm not against.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if it's that important, you should have to put your own signature.
By the way, if you're getting a pardon, you've done some shady shit. So hey, I say pay the piper.
Isn't that crazy though that those pardons might not be valid for?
Yeah, it is very weird to me.
I saw a story though of a liberal publication trying to defend it, saying that presidents have been doing that going back to like Thomas Jefferson. Apparently, he has some kind of thing where
Thomas Jefferson loved to use AI to sign stuff.
It's so funny. They'll defend anything.
I mean, dude, the Biden years will people will look back at them and be like, that was literally the weirdest 4 years.
Oh, we're getting a book soon. I heard a few journalists have like serious books about how not home he was toward the end there.
No, how the whole thing was just sci-fi.
Yeah. It's interesting.
No, it's scary. Like Kamala Harris would have been even more of that. Would have been everything you hate about Trump right now. If you hate about Trump, just add trans, fat feminist, and angry BLM to it. That's what you get if you have Kamala Harris in there.
And I think she was more of an empty pantsuit, honestly.
No,
she's just the Democratic Party.
She would have just been a Kardashian. She would have booted her husband, getting long dick downs, just doing blow with rappers.
Yeah.
That's
and
all
just
it
doing
is.
what the Democratic Party would have been in office. That would have been running the country right now.
So the big story now is Harry Sisson, Harry Sissy,
yeah,
has been excommunicated by the left for stories, him asking for naked pictures.
It's ridiculous. They call it, you know what the word they use now is sex pest. Is what they call it.
And now what's going on is that the left, which has convinced us that porn is feminism, is trying to convince us these poor little of-age girls were trying to going, oh my God, he was asking them for nudes. Women treat nudes like currency. It's basically bribes.
Oh, you're totally right. Yeah.
They're like, hey, let me into your world of access.
A nude is worth more than the U.S. dollar right now.
Yeah. If a girl goes, hey, I'll send you $100 or a picture of my hole, my double hole action, that's worth way more.
I think women
and that's how crazy it is.
I think OnlyFans women are going to start requiring gold instead of U.S. dollars. That's what I heard.
Dude, if I was going over to Saudi Arabia to get a Cleveland steamer from a Saudi, it would be paid in Bitcoin.
That's funny. There's some. Have you heard this claim that he can't vote in U.S. elections? Like he's not a citizen. I've heard he claims to be, but some people are saying Harry Sisson is like not American.
What is he? Where's he from?
Let's see.
Get town.
Per the FP, whatever that's the. It's the Free Press. Okay. He's a Singapore-born Irish immigrant and cannot vote in American election.
He's not a citizen?
That's what they say, but he claims to have voted. So I don't know. He's like tweeted where he's like, I proudly voted for Kamala. Now, just because you voted doesn't mean you're a citizen, as we know in this country.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And now Trump's pushing that whole thing about making it so you have to do basic things like show an ID. Like
you had, and it's funny. Europe, where a lot of, the most liberal people in the world, they require voter ID in a lot of those countries.
Dude, everywhere in the history of time has. It's so obvious you're faking it. And then again, we're going to get into state rights versus federal rights. And we on the show are
federal elections. They're federal elections. Why wouldn't you require federal? Why couldn't the federal government make restrictions on or requirements for voting?
I'm more concerned about state elections.
Yeah, I mean, but to me, like if it's a state election, let the states decide, sure. But for federal elections, why shouldn't the state be allowed? I mean, the federal government be allowed to impose restrictions.
Dude, can we start a change.org to get me to go on Gavin Newsom's podcast?
Oh, that would be so
It would be
funny.
the shortest podcast in the history of time. I'd be like, everyone thinks you're American Psycho, right? Like that you'll just lie to people's
I think
face.
he would go back on you. I think he
we would go at it.
I think he would play with you, actually. I think he would do
He's
that.
like,
He's it's so funny. It couldn't be more obvious what he's doing now. Though,
yeah,
right?
but I think he's getting his dick kicked in. It's almost like a humiliation ritual that he's just like, okay, I'm going to get flogged. And then at the end, I'm going to come out of it okay.
Well, I think that's what he thinks. That when he comes out the other end, people are going to be like, you know what? He's kind of like a cool liberal. He's like the cool liberal that we can all hang out with, maybe vote for.
Yep, 100%.
That's what he's trying to do.
100%, Johnny.
And if you look, did you see the thing where he was here? Let me show you this, dude. This shows you the level of psychopathy you're dealing with Gavin Newsom here. So he claimed that he never said, and nobody in his office ever said Latinx, the term Latinx.
Yeah, I love that.
And bro, he said it like a million times. Here's this, and this was CNN reporting on this. Credit
Not one person ever in my office has ever used the word Latinx. I'm like,
by the way, the funny part about this is CNN is reporting on it because they view him as betraying the left by coming out against the term Latinx.
Yeah, yep.
So that's the only reson they're reporting on it, to be clear. But here you go. This is fascinating.
So can we
What the
finally
hell?
put that to bed?
yeah,
We
what
agree.
the, where did that even
No
go?
more
I'm like,
Latinx, everybody.
Well, I just didn't even know where it came from. I'm like, what did people
He
tell
has a
me?
weird
There
head,
was a
Kurt.
person who used Latinx. It was actually
Charles
really
Cook,
important
right?
Yeah,
person.
he does. Yeah.
It was him. Right?
Yeah, that's right. And look, these aren't minor shifts. These are progressive issues that Gavin Newsom used to champion until fairly recently. And
Dude, when
now
you
he's
say
not just
progressive
walking away from
issues,
them.
it's
He's sort of
rich
acting
white
like they
people.
were never
Totally.
legitimate with that clip talking about
We're gonna show it in a
Latinx
second.
in the first place. But let's take Latinx. We did find somebody who used it repeatedly.
Stop.
She stepped all over his thing, by the way.
That's so funny. We found. Okay, keep going.
Isn't that funny? She stepped all over his thing, though. She was like, I guess he said it already. And then he was about to do this reveal. We did find somebody who said it. You could tell he had already written in his head what he was going to say, though.
Office. Let's take a listen to this.
I hope we can really paint a picture in terms of our consciousness of how impactful this has been on the Latinx community. The Latinx and black communities. You've got politicians that are banning not assault rifles, but the word Latinx. They're not even serious.
Like, how
He's
psycho
such a-
do you have to be, dude? There's just lie.
Oh, well,
You know he
because
knew he
that's
said
his
that.
job.
It's crazy, though, dude.
That's what he. I mean, dude, he is Trudeau. I bet you they've gone ass to ass before. I'm sure they have.
Him and Trudeau.
Yeah, because there's no way they are the exact same person. Their whole job is convince white women that no matter how big the lie, they're cute, vote for them. And that's why Canada's fucked, California's fucked, right?
Man, I got this image of like, my question is, who's standing around them going,
Lizards,
"S2S"?
lizards,
Lizard people?
lizard
That's
people
what
are
you
just throwing lizard dollars at them.
This podcast is brought to you in part by Stash. Saving and investing can feel impossible, but with Stash, it's not just a reality, it's easy. Stash isn't just an investing app. It's a registered investment advisor that combines automated investing with dependable financial strategies to help you reach your goals faster. They'll provide you with personalized advice on what to invest in based on your goals. Or if you just want to sit back and watch your money go to work, you can opt for their award-winning, expert-managed portfolio that picks stocks just for you. Stash has helped millions of Americans reach their financial goals and starts at just $3 per month. Don't let your savings sit around. Make it work harder for you. Go to get.stash.com/broken to see how you can receive $25 toward your first stock purchase and to view important disclosures. That's get.stash.com. Get.stash.com/broken. This is a paid non-client endorsement, not representative of all clients and not a guarantee. Investment advisory services offered by Stash Investments, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk. Offer is subject to terms and conditions. You ever hear that story that, Billy Corgan told on Howard Stern about how he was with this woman one time and he saw her transform into a lizard, like right in front of him?
I wouldn't. Yeah, I've heard that, and I wouldn't doubt it.
Twice it happened. he
People
said.
think I'm crazy. Adele, there was a famous post from a fan who's backstage, saw her shapeshift.
Really?
Then she disappeared and came back slim and only banged black guys. Remember that? She went right from fat white woman who dated nerdy or married nerdy British guys to only getting black dong.
That's funny. Dude, yeah. I mean, you know she was always wanting the black dong. That's just all she could get.
Well, I mean, thick bitches.
Although, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe in England it's different, though. I think the black people in England have a little different priorities.
Yeah, British blacks are cool. Yeah. Well, American blacks are cool, too.
All blacks are cool. Let's be honest.
We're a pro-black show.
Yeah, we watch the NBA here. I mean,
we watch the NBA. We're the only white people to watch the the Black Entertainment Awards.
Have you ever watched the BET?
We should just, every time they're on, we should do a live stream and just celebrate.
We could have a watch party.
Yeah, a BET watch party together. Let's go.
Do they still do the BET Awards? I wonder.
Dude, they'll never stop doing the BET Awards.
You think so?
You know who will never let that stop? Black people.
I wonder when they are in 2025. They're June 9th.
All right, June 9th, guys. We're going to have a live stream of the BET Awards.
I might
celebrating black entertainment here.
They're in LA this year, Sam.
Are we going?
We should go and just do the red carpet.
100%.
You think they do like the mahogany carpet or something at the BET Awards?
Yeah, for sure. I would love that. Let's go, Johnny. Can we get tickets? Can we buy? Are you allowed to
just
buy?
ask questions about when it's appropriate?
Can we get on? Can we go? Hey, we're the press.
Wouldn't that be? You just try to get the N-word pass from every black celebrity.
Can I get an N-word pass? But I have to bring giant Aryan bouncers with me.
No, you want the fat N-words from the space program. That's what you
dude.
Want. They're great bouncers.
I'm sorry, but I can't support them enough.
It's the funniest thing.
The only thing I will ever support in space is fat N-words.
I almost just want to play it for...
Play it, Johnny.
Nah, I can't. We can't play it. Because nobody will get to see it. Speaking of smart black people, Terrence Howard has claimed to have solved the 3-body problem. He's so dramatic. Look, just watch. It's just really a parody of itself.
By the way, looking super Asian right now,
yeah, he does, yeah. Look at the way he sets this up.
Johnny, will you do something? Will you play dun 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 like Chinese symbols behind it as he talks? Can you do that?
He does look super Asian. You're right. It's he's always kind of had like this. I guess he's gained some weight now, and he's
yeah, dude. He's like, I don't need to act anymore. I'm just over here doing math. Yeah, there we go. Let's hear it. Play it low, but let's hear it.
It just kills me, like his whole setup. Like he makes a meal of it, dude.
Yeah.
Taking like a deep breath before he starts here.
For sure. Dude, we're about to get knowledge.
He's like, I did it, dude.
You did it.
March 20th, 2025.
Problem solved.
The eve of the spring equinox. This is a gift to the world on its birthday. Happy birthday, my friends,
dramatic.
My fellow seekers of truth, and all those who have ever gazed up at the stars. And
is it possible to take somebody serious in FUBU?
I was actually thinking that's
Johnny. I saw a dude at the Palms this weekend.
You were in Vegas?
Yeah, we'll get into that.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
we'll get into that in a full-on Kool-Aid camouflage sweatsuit, and I was like, I never need to dress up again. If I can find out where that is, I will wear that to the end of time.
Who are you hiding from in that? What is that? What use is that camouflage? All right, back to Terrence Howard here. He's going to drop some knowledge.
I can hear the diabetes in his. I can just hear it bubbling.
Pondered the infinite dance of the cosmos. Today, we gather at the threshold of a new understanding. You see, for centuries, the 3-body problem, it has stood as an unsolvable enigma, a testament to the chaos that emerges when celestial bodies interact under the invisible hand of great gravity. And think, great minds from Newton to Poincare all wrestled with its unpredictable nature of the 3-body problem. And as a result, for centuries, chaos reigned. But today, on this equinox, this day of perfect balance, we unveil a solution. one that's not bound by the limitations of classical thought, but rather guided by the harmony of the universe itself.
Stop. Have we made this video
Through the
better?
linchpin geometry.
Oh, of course, with the Asian music in the background. Yeah, of course. It's
Dude, we made this shit Rush Hour.
well, he's also got like the what is that? Like the Mortal Kombat logo chain there or something?
Yeah.
Or Game of Thrones maybe? Like House what is that? The House of the Dragon thing?
Yeah. House
Picturing
of Roscoe
dynamics.
Chicken and Waffles.
And of course the Howard comma. We present a model that transforms instability into resonance. Chaos.
To be clear, no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
By the way, he still hasn't told us how he solved it.
No, I'm waiting.
Into order.
All I know is,
And
Johnny,
uncertain.
can I ask you, how many white chicks does he get with this? Answer, all of them. All of them.
Embedding the three-body system into
Oh, dude, the white chicks, when they hear that, they have no idea what he's talking about, but they're just very
Their
impressed.
panties just jump off.
Yeah,
they don't even
love
try.
it. In fact, on the other side of the camera, it's like 5 hot white chicks just like shaking their head like, oh, Terrence, you're so smart.
it stabilizes orbits. It unveils the hidden rhythms of the cosmos.
He's so impressed with himself, dude.
This isn't just some academic achievement.
Also, what's that thing around him? What's that? He's got something tied around his head, though. What is that?
We perceive the so-called forces that govern our reality. From astrophysics to quantum mechanics, from celestial navigation to the very structure of the universe itself. This discovery right
Amen.
here redefines what is possible.
That's great, Terrence. So just tell us what it is
I mean,
now.
like,
Just
we're
tell
so
us.
dumb we won't even know. So just tell us.
Well, yeah, just tell us now. You did it, so just tell us.
And so, on this birthday of the Earth, this single moment of cosmic symmetry, we are going to release this knowledge freely to the world.
Oh, thank you.
Let this be the spark that illuminates a new path where no one has to.
That's a great view he's got there, by the way. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
someone's crushing it.
Malibu or something.
Black
What do you think?
science pays well.
This is the dawn of
He's
a
got
new
all those
understanding.
patents, dude. He's rich.
Let us step forward together on March 20th, 2025.
That music, dude. Look, he's so pleased with himself, isn't he? Look
This
at it.
is the day
I did
the
it.
three-body enigma was solved.
Congratulations.
So there you go. That's Terrence Howard. What do you think about it? You think there's any chance he actually solved the three-body problem?
Why not? I would rather him solve it than anybody else.
Than anybody else?
Yeah.
What about your daughter?
Okay. Outside of my daughter, she's 5. She's playing Roblox and she just figures it out.
Yeah, she's like, Daddy, I figured out the three-body problem.
And I'd be like, damn, science.
Yeah, I can't find any news reporting about it. Nobody is saying that he did it. So I don't know.
He's
I don't
like
know
the
what to
Tesla of our time.
believe. Yeah, he's just
Tesla died broke.
In fact, he
he's
was
in La
so-
Jolla
he's-
or wherever the hell he is.
he's so annoyed that nobody is reporting on it that he posted.
What's that sound?
It's him. He posted another video that because nobody's
I can't go
reporting
through
on
it again.
Oh, it's just 49 seconds.
So now what? What you want to do? Prove my point. Look at what we just did.
I'm in,
We
dude.
just solved a 300-year-old problem.
I am in, dude.
We
You are
just
the
freed
best.
up a whole lot of minds. With the same stuff that you said was bathwater.
Look at
I
him.
don't blame you.
He's just making a meal of it, dude. Eating
It does
scenery.
seem like something from out of this planet.
By the way, all of us are pregnant now from listening to this. We're all pregnant and we're all having this baby. That's just what happened there.
Dude, it would make me so happy if these scientific assholes had to just eat crow if he really did figure it out.
Do you
Wouldn't that
think
be
they
great?
would? No, dude, they would never give him credit. Ever.
No, but this is something like that can be checked, man. It's not like yes. This is like yes or no. Like he figured it out or he did not. This is, you know what I mean. So that we will know if he did. And I just pray to Jesus that it would make me so happy.
Well, we're rooting for you here at Team Broken Simulation.
Yes.
Maybe if he solved that problem, Johnny, guess what? The simulation may no longer be broken. This may just be simulation.
Yeah. Anyway, good on you, Terrence Howard. Hope
Terrence, you are our number one scientist on the show.
This is his website right here. Look at it. It's just it's too much website for our browser. Apparently, it couldn't.
Yeah,
handle it.
I mean, dude, the 3-body problem brought up another problem. It's eating too much bandwidth.
I know it's funny. It worked for a second, and then it just went. It's just him like, oh, there it is. Look at him doing. Oh, he just keeps. Oh, gotta get your website sorted out there, Terrence. Anyway, it's him like just looking like a badass doing like science stuff.
Yeah, and Johnny, I felt that. I felt like as soon as that problem was solved, my life problems went away.
Oh, you could feel
Suddenly
like
I was getting along with all the women in my life. My kids could read at a 3rd grade level. We're winning.
What did you get? You said you went to Vegas?
Well, Johnny, I got some ticket update for you on the Indiana ticket.
Sam Tripoli's traffic court.
Yeah, somebody said that was you're lucky you get in more trouble. Apparently.
Death penalty?
Yeah, the death penalty. Yeah, that's what somebody said.
Well, so I talked about it last time. Went a little fast.
A little fast. Yeah, 90 and 70.
Word. I mean, depends on where you're measuring from.
It's
right?
miles per hour.
From where I was, my position, I was going the speed of the highway, meaning I was going along with my fellow drivers.
How fast were they going?
Looked like they were all breaking the law.
They were going 90.
Yeah, and I was going regular speed, technically. No, not untechnically. Okay, which in a Terrence Howard kind of way is technically.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's like the grizzly bear reaching into the stream, grabbing a salmon. You just were the one he got that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're all going the same speed, but he got you.
That is the truth, Johnny. That is 100% the truth.
He plucked you out of the stream.
I remember when I went to see comedy when I was really young at UNLV in like 91, 92. There was some place in Vegas called the Comedy Stop, and I went there and watched comedy. And the guy on stage said something. He goes, "Listen, we need to all speed together."
Yes.
Okay? Just if we all go fast, they can't catch us. Right?
That's brilliant. Great.
And Johnny, I'm going to say this. I think you should be able to go super fast on a highway.
Yeah, there should in the fast lane. Yeah.
Especially in Indiana where you just drive forever and there's nobody. Like the
Big
highway
roads,
limits are so dumb.
It's ridiculous.
School limits, yeah. City limits, I'll understand. Highway limits, we should drive to win.
A lot of the highways used to be faster too, and in the 70s.
A hundo minimum.
Crisis,
You should be able to go a hundo.
then during the gas crisis, they brought down the speed limits and they never brought them back.
Of course, because they can make money off that. Tickets are just a backdoor tax. There's a time when in LA, before you got here, where everyone was just getting pulled over all the time because the city needed money. So they were just taxing everybody. They were just tickets to everybody. And if you showed up, you got out. And if you didn't show up, you paid your ticket.
Yeah, you used to have a great record of success in traffic court.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten out of tickets telling jokes. We told that in another podcast. But so I drive, I get this ticket. He doesn't even give me a chance to get out. So I go do the show. I give the ticket to Dana, and she starts making some calls, seeing if I can get out of this. So she calls the Indiana DMV. And Dana texts me. She goes, "I have the funniest story for you." I go, "Okay, let me hear." She goes, "I have to tell."
She texts you?
She texts me.
Wow.
Oh, she says, "Call me."
Oh, okay.
So when I get done with my work, which is usually 2 days straight, and then I'll call her after that. No. Sometimes I'll leave the house. She'll call me right back, and I'll be like, "Hey, Dana, what's up? Stop that! I have to tell you something."
Oh,
I go, "Okay." It's getting to the point where me and Dana love each other so much, but we're becoming my Uncle Lou and my Aunt Joanne, where they would just fucking light each other up right in front of everybody. That at this point doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Poor XG was there, and we were just, Dylan's been there, XG's been in, and we're just like an old couple fighting.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
It's the best way to keep it going. It's just like, hey, let's be honest here. So anyway, I call her back, and she's like, "Listen, I called the DMV in Indiana." She goes, "By the way, nicest human beings on planet Earth." She goes, "You can't even believe you're talking to the DMV. That's how nice they are there." So she goes, "I'm talking to the lady. The lady asked me for the ticket number, gives the ticket number to the lady. And Lay goes, "Oh, I know this ticket." She goes, "What?" She goes,
What?
"I know this ticket." As soon as I saw, I thought there can only be one Sam Tripoli.
Really? That's funny.
She goes, "What?" She goes, "Oh yeah, I know who he is. I listened to his show."
Oh boy.
Susan in Indiana. I listened to his show.
This is crazy.
I go, as soon as I saw it, I turned to my friend, I go, "Looks like we got a celebrity here."
That's so funny.
It's so funny. I go, "Really?" She goes, "Listen, if I could do anything for you, I will do it. But I can't because it's just a system." But she says, Indiana's interesting. Indiana has things, if you get busted in Indiana and you're from out of state doing a ticket, they won't let your state know if you pay off the ticket and for a year you're on probation there. For 1 year, you're on probation with them. And if you don't get a ticket for that year, once you pay it off, it goes away and they don't tell anybody about it.
Don't go to Indiana.
Dude, I will never drive in Indiana again. Ever. I will never drive. But I thought that was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Because if I get a couple more points, I could lose my license. So I have to, yeah. And half the time.
You're such a bad. You try to say you're a good driver.
But
Terrible driver.
Johnny, here's the truth. This is the first time it involved a cop pulling me over. Mm-hmm. One of them was for a traffic ticket that I didn't even go through because I remember stopping and I'm like, oh, that's not good.
I thought didn't you get stopped over here at like La Palma or whatever the hell it's called up by the going like making an illegal right turn or something up by the post office up.
No, that was like literally like 10 years ago.
Right. You said you've never been pulled over by a cop?
But I mean recently. Times I've gotten in trouble.
Lying. Okay, whatever.
Johnny, it's timelines here, okay? When I say I never been pulled over, I mean recently.
Oh, okay. Because the word never, you see, it has a really defined meaning.
That's some bullshit. So anyways, the last time I think there was that one ticket, I just never heard back from them ever. And then there was one when I was with Brian Callum 5 years ago, like 5 or 6 years ago, in Century City. I tried to deal with that. And then I haven't gotten anything since. I've had 2 accidents where they weren't even accidents. One was an accident. And it was just this freak thing where I was parked and I took off. And then this guy just rolled right in, and we both hit the brakes and we tapped.
What were you doing on your phone when that happened? I wonder.
I wasn't. I was dealing with the kids.
Oh, I see. Okay.
There, somebody dropped something, so I pulled over to the side. Or Dana and I were trying to figure out where we had to go to bring the girls.
So if you haven't had any, why do you have so many points on your insurance?
Because I had a tree fall on my car. Uh-huh. And that cost me in insurance.
I don't think you get points for that though.
I don't even know, dog.
Stuff.
I'm just a great driver. I just drive safely.
I know that's not true.
Johnny,
I've been in the car
totally
with you many times, and I've learned my lesson. I will never do it again whilst you're driving.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's why I let Dana drive all the time, to be honest.
That's
with
smart.
You.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that was it.
That's crazy, isn't it? What are the odds of that?
I don't know. Seeing that I'm not even that famous, so yeah. I mean, that's kind of weird.
It's wild.
There's only one Sam Tripoli out there. I'm like, oh, well,
if you think about it, okay, let's say, 100,000 plus people listen to an episode of Tinfoil Hat. Probably 1 million people have heard an episode of Tinfoil Hat. Maybe more than that. Millions of people out there. You divide that by 50 states. You're talking thousands of people in every state.
Yeah.
So the odds aren't that bad.
It's not that bad.
And if you count your Rogan appearances, then, I mean, come on, dude. There's like everybody in the United States knows who you are.
Yeah,
so.
I agree. So I still think it's fun.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It just sucks. But, so we'll see.
You just pay it off? Is that what happens?
So I'm going to go take an online course, and they don't make you go to a class.
So you don't even have to pay it, or what? Or you have to pay
I got to pay it off, but I have to be on probation. Indiana will be like, we're not going to give you.
So probation means going to a class, though, also?
No. I'm going to do a class here because in California, you can get a point off your license if you take a class.
The class is unrelated
to the Indiana thing.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. This is for your other violations.
Yeah, for my other phantom violations. They're phantom, Johnny.
You're so delusional.
You're delusional, Johnny.
He's been targeted by the police.
I am getting targeted by the police.
For his political beliefs.
That's why, Johnny, I don't get red cars. because they'll.
How's that worked for you?
Yeah, not that great.
This has been Sam Tripoli's Traffic Court.
So, Johnny, I'm a little older than you, and as you get older, your friends, your family friends,
Much older.
or friends. Johnny, was that necessary? Are you in your 40s?
No,
You're not in your 40s?
I'm not.
So I am much older than you. As you get to my age, the older generation starts to fall off. Okay? And so I got a call, I got a text, because the people in my family right now, Johnny, really, really love to let you know when people die.
Oh, don't they? Yeah, they do.
That's their favorite thing.
Yeah.
To let you know when people die. And so my cousin Frank called me up, and he hit me up, and he told me that this guy named Angelo Morelli died, a good friend of the family, my dad's old friend, and he passed away. So sending love to him and his family. And it's so funny because my mother and my father haven't been together for got to be almost 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
My dad is, if you ask me, he is the world's oldest autistic human being. Like, I think he got autism before everybody else did.
Trailblazer.
My dad was a trailblazer.
That's
My
great.
dad,
Wow.
my dad, talking to my dad is like talking to like a Commodore 64. It's like, it's still a computer, but it's really slow.
Pioneers of autism.
Yeah, my dad is a pioneer of autism. And so I get a call from a text from my cousin Frank. And of course, I call my mother. She says she doesn't think it's him. She calls her sister, calls me back. It's him. She instantly starts crying.
Who died? The person who died? Or
Yeah,
what?
Angelo. They thought it was somebody else, but it was our Angelo.
Okay.
And she starts crying because my mother is emotional, even though she hadn't talked to him for a couple years. Emotionally losing a friend. He was like best man in my mom's wedding, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So my mother's crying, talking about how great of a guy he was, all that stuff. I call my father to let him know because nobody talks to my dad. I call him to let him know. And this will let you know the difference between moms and dads.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, hey, Dad, I got some bad news for you. Angelo Morello passed away. He goes, ha! I called him. He hasn't called me back. I go, Dad, because he's dead. He can't call you back because he's no longer with us. He's dead. I know. It's just like he should have called me back.
Good excuse.
I'm like, okay, Dad. There we go. But that's dads versus moms. It's just dads. As they get older,
Yeah, totally.
The history of time has worn them down.
There's this story of Stonewall Jackson in the Civil War where one of his lieutenants or something went missing, and then they found his body, and Stonewall Jackson goes, very admirable, very admirable.
Yeah.
It's like
Maybe he was the first autistic guy.
Oh, dude, he was weird, man. He would hold his hand up in the heat of battle because he thought it balanced the humors in the body. He was known to suck on a lemon. He would not. He didn't believe in sitting in chairs.
Is that a lemon party?
Yeah. He didn't believe in sitting in chairs because he thought it contorted the digestive system. Very he wouldn't fight on Sunday because it's the Lord's Day. Very paranoid.
No war on Sundays?
Yeah, well, he ended up fighting on Sundays, but he didn't like to. But yeah, really weird. There's a whole list of weird things that he would do, Stonewall Jackson.
It's like those Muslim fighters who end up fighting on Ramadan when they don't want to. Like, okay, fine, I'll fight Ramadan.
Any Muslim athlete right now, have you seen him fasting? And they we had this guy on the soccer team in Charlotte. He was just starting the game as his fast ended, so he was scarfing bananas right before it was. That's tough, dude.
Dude, that is tough. I need to do it so bad.
That's so funny what you said about your dad. My mom, I get all that download when she picks me up from the airport. It's just the first 30 minutes of us driving home. Everybody who died, everybody who got sick.
Okay.
It's the most depressing half hour of my
But
year.
does she set you up because it's coming?
Oh, I know.
But they love to get you going, hey, it's going to be a good story. And then they're
Do you
Sammy,
remember? Do you remember?
your third grade teacher?
Yeah.
You remember how much she loved you? She's dead.
Yeah.
She died.
And my dad has a whole other way. If he's telling me about something, like if he would tell me about pets dying, he'd go, yeah, well, Roscoe died today. Every time, dude. And my entire life, he said it exactly that way. He would just go, yeah, well.
Johnny lived in a pet cemetery, everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's how many pets. Well, you just had a lot of dogs. You know, we've had a lot. We just have like 5 there right now.
You have 5 dogs.
Yeah,
Are they all the same size or are they different sizes?
No, there's different sizes. There's 2 in houses on the farm.
Oh,
Like,
okay. You got field and you got house.
well, there's a big Connie Corso that's like kind of like a big Mastiff that lives in the house of my parents.
The Mastiff lives in the house.
Yeah, there's a small like Boston Terrier, something French, something I don't know, that lives with my sister, and then there's a golden retriever outside, a Mastiff outside.
You don't let the golden retriever inside?
Oh, not a golden retriever, a golden lab, and he's a hunting dog. And then there's what is the other one?
I cannot believe in 2025 people still keep dogs outside.
And then there's another Connie Corso that lives inside with my sister. Yes, and we had a bloodhound die a couple years ago. It's a whole gang of. Nobody. Well, people will have dogs so people don't come in outside to their property. They want them to eat their ass.
Unbelievable.
Doesn't make. They have a place to come in and be warm. We have like a heating lamp and like an indoor place, but they prefer to be outside.
Dogs prefer to be outside.
Of course they do. Yeah. Well, chasing squirrels and shit, they love that.
You think Roger, the pug, wants to be outside?
Well, a pug is a monstrosity of a
Johnny,
breed.
shut up. That's my little love bug.
Do you think that that evolution invented a pug, or do you think people wanting a weird smush nose little freak invented a pug?
He is a freak. Yeah. Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Sam.
So, I have a daughter. I have 2 daughters.
I heard about that.
That come over all the time. And the one daughter, loves video games now. She's 5.
Oh, no kidding. That's cool.
She loves video games. And it's very interesting because the games she plays are so dumb. And I asked the question if Minecraft is the dumbest game ever made in the history of time.
Did you get snapped off on that?
Oh, I got lit up to the point I had to change the poll.
People love
to
Minecraft.
Yes, it's fine. Sam Tripoli is retarded.
Yeah, that's the one I voted for. Yeah,
and Sam Tripoli is retarded 1. But it's a really ridiculously stupid game. Now, I haven't done the building part, which is what everyone tells me.
That's the game. What do you mean?
Well, we've only done the destruction part where we destroy stuff.
The building is the game.
Yeah, I got to go do the building part. But now my daughter has found Roblox.
Yeah.
Roblox. I owe an apology to Minecraft. Roblox is even dumber. And Roblox's whole thing is to get these kids to pay for things on there because they don't know how. Thank God I have no credits on or else my daughter would put me a G in the hole buying all this stuff.
Fortnite, same way. Yeah.
It's just, you want to buy this? No, I don't want to buy this. I just want to wreck shop. That's all it is.
My nephew's probably spent just all through his birthday money, $1,000 or something on just ephemeral junk on, it's because you don't have a toy. It's not like it's a skin on Fortnite. You get to go around looking like Santa Claus or whatever in the game. That's it.
All
you
it
get
is.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. And it's just jacking cash from kids.
Totally. And they know what they're doing because it's not, they have like in Fortnite V-Bucks. It's not dollars. It's not 1 for 1 with the dollar. So you're like, 1,500 V-Bucks. What's that? Like $10? No, it's $25, dude. You just
$10 V-Bucks is $25.
10,000. Like it's thousands versus.
Oh my
and it's,
God.
Yes, it's not a 1-to-1.
So my daughter is one of those people that loves YouTube. And I feel bad for kids in LA because they can't go outside and play. It's a big reason why I want to move.
Yeah.
I want to move to where they can go outside because when I was her age, we would just roam the streets.
Very important.
It makes parenting a lot easier.
It's also just healthier. You got to get outside.
Get outside so you don't become chunky. So we said, but they're stuck inside because LA's full of predators. So,
Yeah.
so
Sucks, doesn't it?
my daughter likes to sit on her pad and watch YouTube. Now, if we're out doing something, she'll do it. She'll love doing it. She just needs something to do.
Yeah.
She's been in this house since she was a kid, even though it's only been 2 years, but 2 years of her life is almost half her life.
Yeah.
So she's just looking for something to do. I give her, we play Roblox, and whenever she gets to a point she can't deal with it, she yells for me to come and start a new game. Right? Whenever she gets stuck somewhere, she gets stuck somewhere,
She's
she
like,
can't get
reset
out.
the game. Okay.
She's like, I want to play a different game. And it was over and over and over again. So at one point she goes, I want a different game. And dude, I gave her the speech that I have been dreaming on giving my kids for my whole life.
Yeah.
Even before I had kids, I was dreaming about giving my kids, the speech. Okay? It's the speech my father gave me, which is, you're a Tripoli, you don't quit. Tripolis aren't quit.
great.
And I gave her a 5-minute speech about how life is tough. Life's tough. And life is going to throw stuff at you. Roadblocks, you're going to get roadblocks. Okay? You're going to have roadblocks. And guess what Tripolis do? We don't quit. I don't raise quitters. Okay? You're a Tripoli. You run towards the problem and you solve the problem. And when the problem comes, guess what you do, little one? You remain calm. You take a deep breath. And I give her this speech, and dude, I am in my Newt Rockney mode, bro. I am like, my team is down 20, halftime. I got to get the troops going. I'm giving her the greatest speech ever, and she's just staring at me with these doe eyes, taking it in about how greatness always perseveres. You gotta fight through it. Life, dude, nothing good is easy, okay? You gotta fight for it, dude. Okay, because the world, there's a million people going for it, and you gotta work harder, work faster, be smarter, and cool as a cucumber. You have to chill out. And I'm giving her this speech, and it's going deep, that's why your father's never given up. That's why you live in this nice house, because your dad said, not today, not today. He's going to do the best again. He fought through it, even when 1,000 doors closed in his face. He never gave up on it, never stopped believing in himself, always kept working. So I need you to get back on that game, and I need you to finish this game, and don't come back to me until you've dominated this level, okay? And man, I felt so good about myself. I gave the greatest speech a father's ever given to their child. I walked in the kitchen because Dana's there. I go, did you hear that Newt Rockney speech I just gave? She goes, she's 5 years old. She's 5. She's just having fun. Why'd you just yell at her for 10 minutes? I go, it wasn't yelling. It was passionate. And she needs to know she's a Tripoli. And we don't quit. And you don't get it. And I walked out proud as a dad who just let his kid know we don't raise quitters in this house.
You think 30 years from now she'll be like, my daddy when I was 4, what is she?
5.
5 years old. He gave me this speech about not quitting. So,
well, Johnny, I'm going to be honest with you. I remember memories from 5 years old.
I got stuck on a level of Roblox. And
yeah. My dad just gave me...
He made me sit there for 5 hours until I figured it out.
Yeah. Johnny, what's your earliest memories?
My earliest memories? I definitely remember preschool, so 4.
Yeah, my kids now in the place...
I remember shit from 3 and 2.
Where they remember everything.
I remember some early stuff, too, for 2 and 3.
Yep.
Sure, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I remember a lot of stuff from then. Yeah.
She's going to remember that when she's CEO of whatever company she's...
I mean, I remember life lessons, too, from, my grandpa. He would always say, do it right the first time so you don't have to do it again.
Yeah.
He'd tell me that even
exactly.
as a little kid. Being honest, his saying was, if I tell you the berries are ripe, you can get your bucket. That's what my grandpa would say. So, I remember those little things, for sure. I think it's worthwhile doing that.
Yeah, 100%.
It's also kind of what parenting is, right? I mean,
you got to give your kids,
your wisdom. Right?
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Like, don't quit.
Get it in early.
Work hard. Fight harder. You want something, you got to fight for it.
Now, there's a fine line between doing that and being
and yelling at them.
Well, like my dad was with like sports, you know, and where I was just practicing 24 hours a day baseball, you know, just ruining my life.
Yeah. When did your dad realize you were gay?
No, I was decent at baseball. Yeah, I was okay.
What position?
I pitched and played second base usually.
All right, Johnny. I like that.
I met most of my good friends from sports. So I'm a big proponent of
my
sports.
brother was so good at everything.
Yeah, I wasn't that kind of. I was hard.
My brother could pitch. He could hit.
I worked hard.
He was a bowler. He was a golfer. Like, my brother was amazing at everything.
I played
And
tennis.
I was
too.
good at nothing.
I was not good at tennis.
Johnny, did you ever have an uncle that talked creepy about chicks to you?
No, I kind of wish I did. I wish I had that more of a relationship like that with my
I
uncle, but
remember
didn't.
when I was in college, my Uncle Lou would come see me. He's like, "Where's the fur at?" I go, "The fur?
Oh,
The fur?"
dude,
I go, "What?"
gives me the willies.
Yeah.
Oh, where's the fur? Oh, dude, the generations and their different words.
Oh, yeah.
for
But I think
vag-
we've gone too far. I think boys have just been
Oh, of course,
just debilitated.
Of course we have. Yeah. I mean, you have kids now that are afraid to ask girls out because when are you a sex pest? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, Johnny, what about this thing going on with the Impractical Jokers guy? It's
I
like,
don't know. What
have
happened?
you seen this? Like,
I'll look it up.
I don't even know what his name is, but like, now all this stuff's coming back about him trying to bang Strange.
Joe Gatto is accused by a second woman now, a former employee, of inappropriate behavior. Just days after a woman accused Joe Gatto of sexual. Oh, shit. I said the word. A former employee has come forward with about her negative experiences with the comedian.
Okay, that word, that starts to get me weird, and here we get into this kind of gibberish that they use to make it sound like it's SA.
He's denied it and says that he used poor judgment.
Yeah.
Regarding the first accusation.
So the first two chicks, it's like a Crystalia thing where they're like 17 years old and hot. And he's like, they're going backstage at their favorite celebrity. And any other time, nobody would say anything. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, like, you're trying to destroy a guy's career.
Did he SA me? Yes. He had just gotten back together with his wife. I'm sorry, you guys don't want to hear it, but...
Oh my God, Johnny! I've seen the video. She says, "Oh my God!" I'll tell you sometime. Like I've seen that energy before. I've seen that energy before, and it's crazy person.
Oh, she's a psycho.
Yeah, if you could play the video, it's like
It's
you can
like
find
a montage of pictures. Is that what?
No. Well,
It's
no.
a TikTok. It
No,
says,
there's a video where she's like, "Yeah, I told you," and like not.
Well, wait, we can't show it. She's got like bruises on her ass. Is that?
No, not that one. That could be the chick, but she's talking about it, and like she's like, I went to all these like websites, celebrity websites. I went to all, but nobody says the police ever.
I don't know. This I'm not showing this. This is just you can see this right now, but probably gonna get taken down. But this is what he did with his teeth. Oh, it's okay. So he bit her on the ass.
It's somewhere along these videos, but I mean, listen.
I mean, this is a different.
You have daughters.
Hairstyle. I don't know. Do we want to? Is this kind of weird? Like talking about this?
Well, I just feel like we're in this time right now where it's like, where it's just like, it's such a slippery slope on what people are talking about. And it just gets to the point where it's like, you could be like, like this girl's 19 years old. It's
That
not,
was his first mistake, by the way.
yeah. By the way, guys, if you're anything over like 25, don't bother. It's a waste of time. It's going to get you in trouble.
Yes.
And it's just like, I feel for it, but it's like, I'm also like, if we're talking about SA, why aren't we going to the cops? Why nobody goes to the cops?
Completely agree. Yeah. I mean, especially now, I get it. If it's someone who 20 years ago didn't go to the cops and now maybe they bring it up, okay, but if you're willing to go publicly right now on social media, because the reason you wouldn't take it to the cops was because you didn't want the heat publicly, right? You'd be afraid of being exposed as someone who was into maybe sexual something. I don't know. But do you get what I'm saying? But now if you're going to air it out on social media, then obviously you go to the
But
police.
this is what we're getting into, dude. It's like, it's like Steve-O said, man. Like, he said this. He goes, women want famous men more than men want women. And we completely and utterly take all that out. And we don't act like that is a part of a life. And you're 19 years old. You're going backstage to a famous person's thing.
And you got in a position where he could bite you on the ass. I mean, like, what
it's
was
just
happening?
so crazy to me, dude. So now you get this Harry Sissons guy, and everybody hates him because he's such a political retard.
And the only people defending him will be the people he's castigated for the past
100%.
Yeah.
But they're like, he tried to get nudes out of me. What are you talking about?
He's a 20-year-old kid.
Yeah,
Like, what the hell?
that's the currency of today. That's what's happening. Women send nudes like it's nothing. Like you're acting like he just put a gun to your head. You're a progressive woman. He's a progressive, like I hate to say it, cultural icon at that moment. Big with that side.
Do you know how hard it used to be in the days of early digital cameras to get nudes from a woman?
Yeah, not anymore.
I had to work so hard to get nudes. Anytime I had to just keep my ears open. Anytime a girl was like, "Yeah, I got a new digital camera," and then I had to get on AOL Instant Messenger and get to know that girl.
Yeah,
it's so much easier today.
It's
They've
so
just got the
ridiculous.
treasure trove in their hidden folder in their iPhone.
It's just so ridiculous. Dude.
Yeah.
It's just it's just like, and listen, all that guy in like the DNC has dropped him as an influencer. And it's like,
Really? That's
yeah.
great. Of course
so
they
basically the DNC dropped him because they found out he was straight and loved pussy.
That's so right, dude. You're so right.
Right? You're like, oh, you're into pussy? Okay, bye. It's either pussy or get out.
That's not our brand, baby.
But it's just like, this is how it is, man. This is how it is. And it's just like, dude, SA is gross. It's disgusting. But
And
it's like
illegal.
It's illegal, okay? And like when you got a 38-year-old guy with a 15-year-old girl, that's pretty bad.
15?
Yeah, well, no, not her. The other story that nobody goes after.
Oh, yes.
Right? Nobody goes after that guy, but they're trying to destroy this dude.
Yeah, that's how it works. Which, I mean, Harry Sisson would be a guy you would think would be immune from this because of his political connections, but...
And it's just, he wanted nudes, dude.
Yeah.
Think about that.
The other thing that's added to that equation, the Steve-O equation, too,
I mean,
is
this
that
is an
women would like
administration-
to be famous themselves, and they view this kind of thing as being famous.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like Dave Chappelle talked about Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
You know you made it when you're famous for fucking a famous person. The Real Housewives of whatever. They're just chicks who fucked guys who did something.
And they treat Monica Lewinsky
Basketball
like an
wives?
intellectual heavyweight. Like, when she
Yeah,
goes on
she's
TV.
Mossad. But anyways, the whole point is like the dynamic is so, and this is why guys don't want to, this is why these young guys are coming up going, I don't need this.
Dude, these NBA, they have, before these guys get drafted now, they go to boot camp where they learn to identify gold-digging women. I mean, they have to educate them. That's how serious of a problem it is for these rich young men.
It's just, did you ever hear the Derrick Rose story?
What, with all the girl, like the gangbang?
No, yeah, with the one chick. And she said she let his friends hit it because she thought he would get jealous. And when he didn't, she took him to court.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm sorry.
Did you see...
And more, dude, it's just getting to the fact that, like, listen, you get in a marriage, yeah, that's supposed to be till death do you part. But it's obvious that doesn't happen. And now, because all these guys are doing this, they lose their careers. It's just, like, so crazy to me that, like, whatever, you don't know what's happening in his relationship. You don't know what's going on.
It's funny, though, because in public life, the standard for getting you... They used to be better at hiding stuff, but the standard when stuff came out was way lower. Like if you were found to have done any kind of infidelity or anything, you were done publicly. Like you were persona non grata as a politician forever. That was it.
Right. And then it was gay, and now that's gone. And now it's whatever the awful stuff. But the whole point is just like whatever, it's like you don't know what's going on in that guy's relationship.
No, maybe it's an open relationship.
You know what's so funny is like his wife let's say she stays with him, then they'll give her shit. They're mad because he cheated, and then when she stays with him, they're mad because she stayed with him.
Did you, every now and then, little hints come out to the kind of, Bill Gates has done a really good job of hiding the kind of guy he really is. But I was watching Bill Maher this week, and he had Dana Carvey on, and he told this story about an encounter with Bill Gates that is like a little peek behind the curtain to who the real guy is, the kind of Terminator guy he is.
If
this
you're
is
a
fun.
fan
I'm just going to pull it up.
then you need to hear this story about Bill.
What is this?
Got stuck. One
they're
second.
not it's not the clip. Okay. So Dana Carvey goes on Maher and is telling the story about how he got booked to do, I hope they have the clip, the church lady at a Microsoft event.
Yeah.
And at first he was like, no, I don't book out that character. But they came in with just a massive amount of money, apparently, to get him to do it. So he agreed, and he gets there, and it's him and Gates on stage. And I'm hoping that this is...
Wait.
Yeah.
The devil said we can have $100 billion, but we have to go through life looking like a turtle.
That's what he said on stage.
So, take it. What? You feel that he looks like a turtle? It was a joke. Hey, man, he does not look like an amphibious creature. I appreciate the funny stuff up front, but that went too far, dude.
So, like, with the sycophants in the room, they were not having him making fun of Bill Gates.
It's so crazy to me. That's a funny-ass joke.
It's hilarious. Yeah, so he continues.
So he walked off?
Then he walked up. Well, then
So
I
Bill
said,
Gates just
let's do
walks
the
off the
superior
stage.
dance, because the whole thing is like a souffle deflating. You know, God, get him. It's really tense. And then he goes, I go, let's do the superior dance. He goes, no, thank you. Goodbye. And he just walked off. Yeah.
And so he continues. I guess they don't have rights to the full clip. So he goes backstage, and Gates is back there, and it's like it's like a funeral, you know. And Gates is, just death eyes. Everybody around him is like death eyes, and he felt uncomfortable and like had to get out of there. It's really like just for telling a little joke about him looking like a turtle and selling his soul to Satan.
Dude,
that's the other thing he said. By the way, he was like, "Oh, did you sell your soul to Satan?"
Satan?
Yeah,
Which should be a big laugh.
Yeah. I mean, in any other room, it would have been. But apparently, Gates had no sense of humor about himself. Like,
I can't believe the guy who wants to depopulate everybody doesn't have a sense of humor.
Isn't that crazy that you would bring Dana Carvey there and not expect to get roasted a little, you know, by the church lady character?
Well, I mean, dude,
he walked off stage, dude. In the middle.
Well, the truth is that he is surrounded by yes people who only kiss his ass. Nobody's on. It's like he's the equivalent of Hillary Clinton. Nobody tells her that she's despised by people, and everybody who shows up is on the payroll. And it's just like this thing about LA. It's like they picked up a comic at the Comedy Store who was on Hillary Clinton's like Apple show, who is like notoriously progressive and like saying nasty shit to male comedians. And you're like, you're with someone who's attributed to mass murder in the Middle East. What are you fucking talking about?
So funny, dude. The standards are just so
No,
twisted.
but it just gets in, Johnny, to like everything that's going on right now. Everything that's going on in the world right now is this progressive movement who the theory of hate completely and utterly outweighs on the ground real life consequences.
No, totally.
The theory of hate, like the whole thing about like Bill Burr getting nuts about the Heil Hitler. It's like, dude,
he's
the left wanted the Ukraine to be funded, which was directly funding Ukraine Nazis. It's like they didn't even hide it. They were like, dude, they were coming over with their SS patches on.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I mean, did the guy with the SS patch meet with fucking Joe Biden?
Yeah, I heard that, and I think they were
unbelievable. And like, you want us to get mad about a Roman salute?
Yeah, it's the elites of their unit are that.
My favorite thing was when Bill Burr was like, you know, we had to commit war crimes to stop them. I'm like, you're explaining away what we did badly, like the nasty shit.
What's he talking about there? I don't understand.
So he was going off about how, like, you know, Elon Musk did the Nazi salute, and there's like, you know, how many Americans had to die stopping that guy, which is buying into a narrative that was us that stopped them, not the fucking Russians.
Yeah,
that's wrong.
The Brits, lost so many more people than.
Hey, well, it was. We can get
Mostly
into
the
it,
Russians.
but Russians lost the most.
But by far, they had the most people by far, of course. But yeah, they
So
just shoot
and
them up.
then and then he's like, we have to commit war crimes to stop him. You're like, you're.
Is he telling that as a joke though?
No.
Like, we had to commit war crimes.
No,
Okay.
he's being dead serious. And I just go, I just don't get how someone like that could get offended by something so stupid. And, it's like the notion that a Heil Hitler is this fucking war crime culturally is so dumb to me when we're literally funding Nazis in the Ukraine. Like, it's not even like, dude, we're giving them weapons. They're ethnically cleansing Christians in the Ukraine. And you're worried about Heil Hitlers?
He had way less of a sense of humor than you would have thought for somebody so funny, Bill Burr. You know what I mean? Like, he just...
Well, it just gets to the point where, dude, like these old school liberals, the fucking the political spectrum has moved, and it has caused them to become what they hated.
You know what I don't hate is the 10 Hat Cat coin, the official crypto partner.
Whoa!
Of the Broken Simulation podcast. It's
Nice.
THC is the
THC.
is the ticker. The contract address for the 10 Hat Cat coin. Will be at the end of this episode. You'll see if you want to get into it. We talked about it last week. The guy Kyle there, we know him. This is to be clear, they're sponsoring us. So we're not saying I don't know anybody personally. I've talked to the guy. I guested on a Twitter space with him. He seems like a really cool guy. I know the community around there, the coin is badass. I mean, it's just a bunch of cool people who all are like conspiracy minded like us. It's a lot of overlap with people who listen to Tinfoil Hat. But again, we say it all the time on Cash Daddies. Check that out. Don't invest anything you can't afford to lose, obviously. But if you are looking to get into crypto, maybe check out the 10 Hat Cat coin. Again, THC is the name there, and you can find the contract address. That's how you make sure that you're getting into the right coin at the end of this, along with some instructions at the end of the episode. But yeah, it's a cool project. It's a bunch of people making like art. They have this pink cat that is the theme.
I've
and they
seen
just
them.
throw it. Yeah, it's everywhere on Twitter. So yeah, it's I'm sitting on a bag right now. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna hold it. Let's ride it to the moon. But if it doesn't go to the moon, I'm gonna be totally fine.
And let's not invest everything we know into it, please.
No, just a little.
Sorry,
just a little bit.
Just a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there.
But
Grow
they
it.
seem like cool people. So.
They seem like good people.
And they are
we don't
our official crypto.
We don't want
partner.
Johnny to get hawk-tooed. Okay, Johnny,
Oh,
don't
did
get
you
hawk.
see? Oh, Tin Hat Cat presenting this story, this little news preview. Tuah, she came out and tried to clarify what happened and said that they're still sorting through it. Let me see if I can find this.
Yeah,
story.
she's screwed. They set her up, dude.
Do you think she's telling the truth? That's the question. This is from the Daily Mail. This is what she had to say.
Dude, she just is gone.
Oh, no, dude, she got just snatched from the public eye. Here she is right here. Is there a thing down there? I can't see it.
Fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and they keep up with me. We're trying to sort out all the pieces and stuff to like get all this figured out and make everything right. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. It was supposed to be like what do they call it, a long-term coin. And the guy that ran the account, he was like, oh, we're going to change like the way everybody thinks of crypto. Crypto is going to be a good place. And I feel really bad for all the people that got affected by it. And it just didn't go the way I planned.
She's a weird chick because like there's that Southern love that we see, that twang we feel for her. But man, you see when she has these moments where like the switch comes and she's sassy black slitting throats.
Yeah, that's it.
And like, the viral people that go viral that just don't know why, you never hear from them again. There was a whole thing put together. And normally I would feel bad for her, but I know that her people sued the guy who shot the video, claiming they own the rights to it. You're just not a good person. Yeah. And like we can only explain away so much. At some point, you're the person giving the green light to shit.
Yes.
And that's it.
So anyway, that was that story of an actual scam was sponsored by 10 Hat Cat. There you go. They are our official crypto partner here at Broken Simulation. Check those guys out, Kyle. You want to do some reviews?
Yeah, let's do some reviews.
All right, we got a couple reviews and a couple voicemails here. Actually, I'll play the voicemails first.
You've got mail.
Here's one for you, Samuel.
All right.
Hey guys, this is B.L. Langley from Alabama. I got to make this quick. I'm a single father of 2 boys. One of the most proudest times in my life with my 17-year-old was when he was little and hit a 3-point shot. My 11-year-old was when he hit a inside the park home run. But now, looking back, I think the best time in a father's life of boys is when he came out of the bathroom earlier from taking a dump. I checked his phone. Nothing but vagina pics on there. Once you realize you growed up a son and he's not gay, I think that makes you one of the proudest fathers you could ever be in your whole entire life.
Yeah, that's a hard. Yeah, dude, I respect the shit out of that. I really do. The fact that your son's got nudes everywhere.
Just pictures of vagina, too. Dude.
Good.
Like, just
good for you. I don't even. Where did he say Alabama?
Yeah, he's from
good
Alabama.
for you, because that'd be hard to have a gay son in Alabama.
Yeah.
But good for you. My daughter's super smart. She's very smart, and she does things at her own pace. And for the longest time, she would not poop in the toilet. She didn't want to poop in the toilet. She wanted to poop in a pull-up.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And you negotiate with them, they can't. My daughter's finally shitting in the toilet.
Nice.
Do you understand how huge and excited I am?
I can imagine, yes.
It's the greatest feeling ever that your daughter has dropped deuce in a toilet. I can't tell you how happy and proud I am of Ghost. She should be proud of herself. And now you got to bribe these kids with like toys from Target.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. So we're going to Target. It's a big day in the Tripoli family.
Yeah.
They're dropping deuces in the toilet.
It's my nephew. He gets Fortnite skins. That's his big thing. It's just Fortnite, all Fortnite.
She loves playing video games, and I don't really mind her playing video games because I know if she got really good at it.
You just got to make sure she's not talking to strangers on there.
No, that's it. That's it. And I'm having a lot of talks with her, dude, and it's really, really weird, because they're just little bundles of love and energy, and now
there's wolves out there.
There's fucking wolves out there.
Yeah. One more call here.
That was a great call.
Yo,
Johnny, that's call of the year so far.
Call of the year? Okay.
Put it up there. Can you write that down? Mark, write that down.
Yeah, Mark, write that down. Thank you.
And Johnny Sinless, the spinstress. Yo, it's the Fantastic Trips. And Johnny Sinless, the spinstress on them 1s and 2s.
Spinstress?
Yo,
I don't
just
think
want
I'm
to
a
give props. Been listening to TFH for long ass time. Since
John,
off
I
the
think
grid,
you're a
episode
spinstress.
5 or 7 or whatever the hell it is. Now here I am on Broken Simulation. Got a couple things. Number 1, I love the new format on TFH.
You made it, dude.
You guys are doing the right thing, I think. Number 2, I love seeing Broken Simulation evolve, man. You guys are doing the goddamn thing.
Thank you.
Number 3, yo, get that GT.
I'll forgive you for taking our Lord's name in vain.
Yeah, I forgive you.
Of LA, yo, I'm serious. Those fires were happening. I was worried about you guys.
We were too.
What am I at? 4 or whatever it is. It don't matter. Listen, I'm coming to see Sam Tripoli live at the Comedy Bar on Woodard in Detroit, March 28th and 29th. I got VIP tickets for me and my lady for the early show on Saturday. I can't wait to fucking see you. Please bring some T-shirts, man. I'm specifically looking for a hoodie with that conspiracy. It looks like the champion logo.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I can't find it on the website.
coming.
Shout out to Graphics Villain, man. Love that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys are doing the damn thing.
Thank
Please.
you.
You'll see me in the crowd Saturday, March 29th, 7 p.m. show. I'll be the one in the upside down LA hat with the conspiracy looking like a champion T-shirt. But I'm looking for that hoodie. Yo, you guys are killing it, man. Love you.
Love you, dude.
A lot of energy.
That guy, that was almost like a pro wrestling
it was.
promo. I'll be there March 28th.
I'll see you,
For sure. I'll be there with the LA upside down hat and the shirt that says conspiracy. Bring in the heat. You better say hi and bring a hoodie. I'm not bringing a hoodie, dude. I'm sorry about that. I'm just
you
not
don't have those anymore? Or are they too big to fit in the logo?
Yeah, and it's just hard to travel with those.
He says they're not listed online, though, the conspiracy.
Yeah, we got to bring them back. Once they stop selling, he kind of takes them off for a little
you
while.
like rotate them out? I got you. Okay. We'll do a couple reviews now. Please help us game this system because we're getting so screwed. We should say this first.
Say it, Johnny.
I want to apologize to everybody on
I'm
YouTube who's
apologizing,
having
too.
to suffer through millions of ads. What we figured out that they're doing now, that we just got an alert the other day, YouTube is going behind us now after we set the ads. I have to manually, if you don't set your own ads like placements, they will put an ad every 2 minutes, literally, sometimes less than that.
Yeah.
How can you listen to a 2-hour pod with an ad every 2 minutes?
Thank you, Johnny.
It's clear now. We've talked about it. It's clear they're trying to drive people to YouTube Premium, where you don't get the
that's
ads,
it.
and possibly trying to kill this podcast. Because
People don't understand it. They don't like us.
No, they don't.
I would like, dude. There's also something freeing that maybe we're not that good. I'll accept. I would love to know that. Be like, yeah, dude, you're not good. Okay, I'll accept that. But knowing that this channel used to get 150,000, like when you see other comedy podcasts getting those numbers, that's what we used to get.
And nothing has changed appreciably about your product. I mean, it's the same old you.
I would tell you Broken Sim's probably gotten better.
Yeah, well, I agree. Yeah. So the other thing is now we got this pop-up the other day that they are now going behind us and inserting ads unless we opt out of it. Now, I did opt out of it. But so if you had this experience of an ad every 2 fucking minutes, that's what happened. And I'm sorry about that. Please
We're
come back.
sorry. Please come back.
The other thing, Sam, if you're listening to this.
Please don't go.
Sam is just a few hundred away subscribers
don't go.
on YouTube.
I'm begging you to stay. Do you think we're going to get flagged for copyright because that was so good?
I don't know what joke that was.
Gonna need your love the minute you walk out that door.
I don't know that song.
Please don't go. You don't know that song, Johnny?
I don't know that
It's
song.
a classic.
Maybe it's just, you.
Don't go away.
Jeez. Sam is just a few hundred subscribers away on YouTube from 150,000. So if you're listening to this, please head over to youtube.com/Sam Tripoli and subscribe there. Set up the alerts.
Subscribe and then go back an hour and subscribe again.
Yeah. Leave a comment. It helps us game the algorithm. And most importantly, please leave a review in whatever podcasting app you're in. If you do that and take a screenshot of it and send it to me on Twitter, you'll get a follow back from the Broken Sam Twitter. So we're going to read some. We read also.
Johnny's a follow back girl.
I'm a follow back girl.
Ain't no double back now. Follow back. I just butchered that.
That was horrible.
It's so funny. I was listening to these. I was listening to this outdoor concert in LA, and they have like Gwen Stefani. Ain't no holla back girl. Like they just do that.
Little snippets.
Yeah. It's so funny. Now, what was the song by? I used to bang the hottest stripper when I was in college.
Yeah,
that was the story I didn't tell, dude. I went to Vegas.
Oh yeah, you want to do it real quick? Or?
Yeah, let's do it. I went to Vegas. It was
We're
pretty
at an hour
cool.
and a half. Just
okay, so we're gonna because Johnny.
Sam said he wanted to be out of here quickly as well.
Yeah, and I got here late. I owe Johnny an apology.
No, you don't. It's okay. I'm late all the time.
So I got asked to do Jake Shields' podcast, which should be fireworks. It was fun.
It was good.
Oh, Jake Shields does not get the amount of respect he gets for all the people he beat in MMA. Like he beat Dan Henderson.
Yeah.
Like how crazy is that? Like that's crazy, dude. Like he beat real murderers. So we went on his podcast. It was great. It was a lot of fun. So I did that. We're doing a swap cast.
What does he talk about?
He'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, and then eventually within 3 minutes it's about the Jews.
Yeah, really? Is he one of those guys?
And I'm just like, we had a great conversation. Both of us agree. And this is the only thing afforded to Jews that they never afford to anybody else, which is it's not all of them. There's no other group you do that with, by the way. Right. You never be like, oh, there's a gang problem in the black community, but it's not all blacks. You never do that, right? Like, oh, dude, the Italian mob was really bad, but it's not all Italians. Nobody ever does that.
Yeah.
Because
Al-Qaeda just tearing things up over there. But
it's not
these,
all. These
Muslims.
Islamic terror, but it's not all Islamics. You never do that with anybody.
No.
And that just proves how sensitive people are to Jewish people. We love them. So we had that conversation. It was a great conversation. It was fun. So we're gonna put out the same episode at the same time. We did an old-fashioned swap cast.
It's gonna go on tinfoil?
It's going to go on both of ours, his and mine. Fight Back podcast and ours.
Fight Back. Okay.
Fight Back. So we'll look for that. So we go out there. We have a great time. Had a lot of fun. We Then I go to Brian Callen's show, and Brian Callen is a fucking killer. He's one of the best comics out there. His opener features a guy named.
Is he at what, touring and he was in Vegas or what? Or he just had a date, like a weekend thing?
He just did a weekend in New York.
Or New York. Oh.
His opener name was Evan, who looks like autistic Charlie Brown. Like this guy he's very funny autistic opener. Charlie. He looked like if Dan Boggiano and Charlie Brown had a baby and it was autistic. That's what this guy Evan looked like. And then Nick, who is his feature on the road, is Nick Simmons is a absolute crusher, and he's a great comic. And it was fun to share the stage with all those guys.
You're always just so careful to name everybody and say how good a job they did. It's very generous of you. It's one of your good traits.
I'd like to tell the truth.
I know, but most people don't. They're like, yeah, it was a good weekend. Blah, blah, blah,
no, because they were great. I got the pop on Brian's show, which was always fun. Great crowd. Brian Callen's crowds are some of the best crowds. They're not Sam Tripoli crowds, but they are great crowds. My crowds are the best crowds, and everyone knows that.
Is it like a Bizarro universe when you're in front of Brian Callen people where they think he won every debate on conspiracy?
No, even Brian's fans know I won.
Really? Okay.
Right? But the funny thing is, like, Brian had me do a charity event for him in Venice, and the West Side is the worst side for comedy. It's the best side for
living,
sobriety and living. Like sobriety, like if you want to get sober, West Side of LA, the best place in the country. Okay. There's no better place to get sober than the West Side of Los Angeles in the country. It's like, it's gorgeous people who've succeeded in life and they have everything you want. And they're all old drug addicts. They've done everything 1,000 times and they're really laid back, good people. So, I'm doing a show with him. I also know when I'm going to do Brian Callen's show, there's going to be a little bit of shock and awe. Because let's just say, Brian Callen has a very polished crowd. Like, if you ever look at Brian Callen's Instagram, he only hangs out with pretty people. Like, I'm his most unattractive friend. It's not even close. Like, I have the worst angles and body fat number out of anybody he hangs out with. They're all good-looking people.
He does real movies and stuff. Yeah,
dude, he's a real G. Brian Callen is the best comic. He's in that group that I always say, that's Tony Rock, Brian Callen, Amir K, Orny Adams, okay, Dustin Yarbrough. Those are like 5 guys who are just absolute murderers, and you're like, why aren't they the biggest people in the world? And they're going to be. They'll always be great. They'll always be working. Comedy's just weird, right? I was listening to Sam Hyde, and I love Sam Hyde, and Sam Hyde was talking about how comedy's never been bigger, but it's never been worse.
Where does he talk? Where do you hear him?
He has a YouTube show, and I check in on it. I'll jump in for I can only watch anyone's podcast for only a couple minutes because I just don't want to be influenced. But I love Sam Hyde, and he was talking about comedy. So he's talking about there's a lot of guys playing arenas that he doesn't think have that much talent, and I think there are guys in the arena that are great, and there's also some hot garbage out there right now, some hot garbage. But he was talking about how there's you go, why isn't Brian Callen one of the biggest comics in the world? And I'm sure it torments him. It's just comedy right now. It's just it's all what we call the Elvis Hitler factor. Some people have it, some people don't. I don't know what it is. Brian does have that. It's just a weird fucking thing. But I know when I'm going to do a show that they're going to be a little shocked by what I say. And then I tell them, I don't give a fuck. I go, get quiet. I don't care. Get quiet. I don't care. I don't care. Get quiet. That might be the name of my next special. Get quiet. I don't care.
What did you end up calling the last one? Just quiet, right?
Yeah. Why is everybody getting quiet?
You can't. It'd be too confusing.
I know. Well, I'm going to put out that crowd work one. I call it Potty Mouth.
I like that.
I just have to sit down and go through it. I'll probably do it this weekend. But yeah, it was great to do it. It was great to perform in front of Brian Callen, and his crowds are great. It's a packed house. He's just one of those killers out there. And so I did his show, and then we ran over to Sapphires. Johnny, will you look up Sapphires?
Wait, is it a strip club?
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Johnny.
What do you want to see about it?
Just look at the girls that work there. It's insanity. It's like a level of hot.
I don't know where you would find like.
Well, just go to their website. They'll have girls hanging out. Be like, come down, say hi to Beyonce.
I mean, I'm looking at it right. It's got like.
They don't have featured dancers. Like, here's one of our dancers. Is that it? That's the end. Yeah, dude. I mean, like.
It's like a wrestling after party.
They're so go down. It's go down. They're just gorgeous people.
Not a lot of pictures.
So they want me to run a comedy show out of there.
Oh, you mentioned that, yeah.
And we'll see if I can make it happen.
You said it was like next door to that.
Yeah, it's not in the
That was
strip
like a
bar.
classy joint, though.
Well, it's a strip bar, so
it's not classy.
No, it's wonderful.
Oh, okay.
The people are so nice. I always said I worked at a strip bar back in the day, and it was the nicest people I've ever worked with because nobody was there to get promoted. They just wanted to make money. So everyone was cool. They're like, yeah, dude, we're just here to make cash. We're not trying to move up the corporate ladder.
Right. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So, and you just go there, and it's like every flavor you ever wanted in your life is there. Every flavor. If you want a black chick with a fat ass and tiny tits, she's there.
Did you partake?
No, Johnny. But it was so funny because
Didn't get a dance.
No, and it's so funny because like it's such a primal.
You love giving out money,
Well, I'll get into it, Johnny.
Okay.
It's such a primal, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Ecosystem. It's so primal.
Yeah, it
so
weirds me out.
I'm walking with all of the executives who run the place. They're walking me and Tino Sanchez around.
How did Tino end up?
Because Tino's my boy. And when I'm in Vegas, we hang out.
Okay.
He's walking me around. They're walking me around. And hand to God, the strippers are all staring at us going, why are you getting escorted around by the fucking brass who run everything? So we go there. We check it out. It's a great thing. So as I'm leaving, they're having merchandise. They have merch tables of sports memorabilia that they're doing a charity event for.
Oh, yes.
And I got Dana a gift. I got her a signed autograph from Sandy Koufax.
Can you write that off, I wonder, on your taxes? I bet you can if it's going to charity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang.
That's good, dude.
You're welcome.
The jersey? Signed jersey? Is that what it is? What'd you say?
No, I bought 3 things.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I was trying to get at.
Sandy Koufax. I bought a signed thing. Dana loves the Dodgers. She's Jewish. That's like the number one athletic Jew of all time.
Yeah, big time.
And then Allen Iverson. I'm a Georgetown dude. I'm thinking about getting all my favorite teams' national championships somewhere on my leg, right? Where I just put the year that they won. Bang, bang.
Why
Right?
don't you just buy like a penny from the year they won or something like that? You don't have to put it on your body.
Johnny, I live for my teams. So they just sold a Patrick Ewing. He's like, I just sold it. I'm like, fuck. He goes, but I got this Allen Iverson jersey signed. I'm like, let's go.
Sounds like somebody spent a lot of money.
Not a lot. And then I got Bo Jackson signed jersey too.
Sounds like somebody spent a lot of money.
It wasn't a lot, but it was a blessing. And I'm very excited. So yeah. Probably shouldn't have done that.
They probably sit that out, waiting for somebody to walk by. Like, we got another sucker.
We got another sucker, but I don't care. I love
Larry, can you sign another Koufax jersey real quick?
100%. 100%. So that's it, Johnny. That's my story.
It really is. When you think about that whole industry, though, like, dude, if you can find somebody who, because what the process is, right? You get an autograph, and if you don't have any documentation, you can send it to PSA, who authenticates things, and they just compare it to other autographs.
Yeah.
So if you can forge an autograph well enough, and come up with like a fake chain of custody or something, like, it's so easy.
Yep.
To
Probably
get it certified, dude.
Probably, Johnny. Thank you.
No, but isn't that? I mean, it's interesting.
But they had like a LeBron James like early rookie year jersey
that's
there.
Expensive.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. It was crazy.
Screw LeBron James.
You know what's so funny that nobody's talking about? How much is LeBron James rookie worth?
His rookie card?
Yeah,
it's a good number. Yeah, it's a really good number. Hold on, I'll tell you. Let me go to Card Ladder here. Hold on, I got it on my phone.
Johnny, have you seen that?
I can Google it.
Everybody's talking about how the Luka trade isn't working out now.
For whom?
For the Lakers.
Really? I thought
They're like, it wasn't a good trade. I go, LeBron isn't playing. He has barely played.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't care about the Lakers. I gotta be honest.
But I love Luka.
Let's see. Oh, it's thousands. Yeah.
What is the Michael Jordan, Johnny? Just let me know how bad my dad F's me.
Wait, did he get rid of one of the?
No, I could have bought
fleers?
one for $80.
$80?
Way back in the day on my birthday.
In good condition?
In good condition.
Oh, it's tens of thousands. I mean, it's.
My father
more than
wouldn't
that.
buy.
If it's
I go,
graded-
Dad, this is a Michael Jordan rookie card. It's
The
going to be
Fleer
worth
one, the red one.
oh yeah, it's going to be worth $1 bazillion. It is only $80 right now. Can we buy it? It's my birthday. Nope.
Like now, this is. There, I'll just show you some. I mean, it depends on the grade, of course, but. There's one for $29,800 and a near mint. What is that? Is that an 8? Yeah, that's an 8. A PSA 8. There's a PSA 4 for $3,200. That's in like bad condition. You got one for $3,300 there, and then you got a Gem Mint 10 for $500,000.
$500,000, dude. What if my dad could have got me a $500,000 card?
Now, a Gem Mint 10, that doesn't mean that. Like there are most of the cards I'll get out of a new pack won't be 10s even like a new because they'll be off center a little bit, especially today. But if you could have gotten a 9 or 10, dude, you're talking like life changing sums. Yeah. We'll read these reviews and then we'll do the news and we will be out to show.
Okay, let's go.
Thanks for all you do. This is from Hates Work 55177. We need people spreading the truth now more than ever. Keep going deeper, deeper. That's what she said. One of the chicks who never misses an episode. That's.
How about the Ocho Cinco things where she goes, keep going deeper? And he's like, I went as deep as I could. So he paid for a penis enlargement.
Ocho Cinco did?
Yeah. Did you ever hear that story? He went on Stephen A. Smith and told that story.
I have not heard that.
How she kept saying go deeper and he couldn't go deeper.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Because I don't think there are any good surgeries. Like, I don't think that's a... He sure did, didn't he?
How about the billionaire that got wanting to get penis enlargement and died?
Oh, Lord. And I was losing my virginity. So we had engaged in horizontal activity.
Yes. Not vertical?
No, it was horizontal.
Okay.
Matter of fact, it was vertical.
Go ahead. Keep going.
And she got to the point where we were in action and she said in my ear, go deeper. Stay with me now. And what hurt me is I was already all the way in. So I had ran out of pee-pee. And that is what caused me to get into amateur porn so I could perfect my craft in the pelvic area so I would never have to hear that again.
You do understand the cameras are rolling?
Yeah.
You understand? I mean, do you really, really want people to know this? I mean, I can edit it out. Bro.
No, don't edit it out. I told you I don't have a private life. I'm here to share my stories and my shortcomings. Back then, I've had surgery since. Small story. I was in high school at the time.
Oh, Lord.
And
go to the next.
So I'm good.
So what you're trying to say is that who you are now
completely different.
is manufactured because it was surgically enhanced.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you
pull more out.
And I'm comfortable saying that. And I can tell you that this is something you would never be able to get on TV. That's why we on your show.
Well, there's a couple of things I think they do. There's one where they like stick some shit in there, like filler, which that's like a bad idea apparently. And then there's one where they just cut like this tendon above your dick, and it just makes it hang out a little bit more. But it's not. It doesn't really do anything. I don't think they have anything that makes it bigger.
Yeah.
There's these guys that like overseas, like India or something, that wrap it around like a stick and like pull on it, and it's supposed to.
I
like,
think they just
slowly
want
make it
jerk
longer.
dudes off.
No, they do it to themselves. It's not the other dudes. They do it to their own. But do you think he's serious?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
He's a pro athlete, dude. He brings hammer. He's just trying to make fun of. He's just trying to have fun. Stephen A. Smith's he's like, oh man, this is gold. But I gotta act like I don't care because I'm on ESPN. Oh, whoa, brother. So Jason Tebow called me today. He's like, I got a brilliant idea, dog. He's like, I'm gonna get, dude, we gotta do this. And he sends me this theater he wants me, him, and maybe Ari to play. It's fucking humongous. I'm like, who's going to sell this out?
Why does he call it a brilliant idea? Booking a comedy show? How is that a brilliant idea?
Well, because like, let's say like maybe Ari could sell it out, but why would he want to share that money when they're all his fucking fans?
So basically, the brilliant idea is for Jason to get a piece of an Ari comedy show.
Yeah, 100%.
That is brilliant.
He's like, look at this. I'm like, we can't sell that out.
That's great. I love Jason. I'm a lizard person, and this is my favorite show.
Thank you.
I'll see you at the next gay Illuminati meeting, Sam. 5
All
stars.
right, bye, buddy.
That's from that man, Jesus. Dre, 5 stars.
Is it Dre?
Invader Zim writes, from one of your few black listeners, I've been watching Sam and his podcast for about 4 years. Truth with a blend of comedic gold. Love all you guys do. Never stop, from Newark. Just another 12C8, 5 stars. You guys like having fun. I like having fun. That's why I like listening to Sam and Johnny. If you're exploring their podcast, give it a go.
Thank you.
They have thought-provoking discussions.
Thank you.
You can ponder throughout the day, and you'll be cooler.
I feel like today was a great show.
I totally agree, Sam. 5 stars. I got a strange story. I was walking my dog and saw light bend in on itself. Like it formed a circle that made random colors go in and out of it. I've never seen anything like it. I was amazed by it. I wish someone else saw it. It was in the middle of a street. It lasted about 5 seconds, but it felt like 30 seconds. Have you ever heard that?
Do you know what song I'm doing right there? That was Biggie Smalls. I got a story to tell. Have you ever heard that?
I have heard that.
Where he robbed the Nick guy, and I think it was Herbert Davis.
Yes, it doesn't sound like that. But
Listen to it.
We can't play it.
Have
you ever heard the story that Jesse James, Jesse James the Outlaw, he saw ball lightning twice in his life, always before a major event. And the last time was before he died. It's where you see like do you know what ball lightning is? Have you ever heard of it?
Where it's
like a glowing orb of, they call it lightning, and it's documented. They assume it's a real thing. And they try to reproduce it in laboratory settings, but they only get it for like a few seconds here and there.
Can't do what the Lord's doing.
That's right. But Jesse James saw it twice in his life. This orb, this glowing orb, come into like a room or something. Isn't that the outlaw?
Sounds like he got molested.
Maybe time traveling or something.
Or molestation.
Yeah, it could be. He just came up with a fantastical story.
Oh, it was an orb.
Why is my butthole sore, dog? Ball lightning going around. That's terrible. I can't decide what's better, this or tinfoil hat. Goofies. Always love hearing Sam and Johnny shoot the. Always got me laughing listening to these great minds come together. Great minds, huh? Johnny needs to start hitting the road. What would I do? Would be fun to see him live. That's from Goofy. Ding dang a poo butt. That's ding dang a poo butt here.
Sounds like we have some Hindu listeners.
No, his name is Javi Beans. The
Hindu Mexican.
5 stars, or whatever this guy says at the end of every episode. Oh, that was one of your words that you gave at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Taterbug 2 writes, my Saturday hangout. Listen every time there's a new episode. Thanks for making me giggle when I'm at number 2 work. Number 2 work? Free Johnny Woodard on X. Thank you for that. New favorite. I love Broken Sam. Johnny and Sam dropping truth bombs weekly, but we've been getting a lot of reviews. This is just going back a week here. All of these were in the past week. Swarm, 5 stars. Great show. That's from Gen X, tinfoil hat. Follow me, Johnny, or I will cut you worse than you are now. What is that? Oh, I cut my finger pretty badly on my
Whose name was that?
Subaru FU.
Okay.
Subaru Fu, maybe. Mama half reindeer. Love it. Remember that? You thought he was saying.
Is your mama half reindeer?
Yeah, what did you think he was saying?
Is that your ass or your mama
have a reindeer or something?
What was it? Is it your ass?
No,
is your mama got
reindeer? Yeah, half reindeer or something. Yeah, you thought it was that.
Is your mama half reindeer?
But it's half reindeer. Yeah, that's what we learned last week. Sam Tripoli is a real N-word. That's from HTDC.
Dude,
Joe.
why did I just get hard?
Normalizing common sense. Johnny, you temper, Sam. Sam, you go off hard. Entertaining as all get out.
Johnny, stop tempering me.
Hey, man, the handler's got to do his job. Married number 2 on the super big. I don't know what that means. Jupus is the person who leaves the comment.
I love it, dude. That's JP is intoxicating. It will lock you down and will get you to commit treason against your own government.
I just started listening to these guys. They don't sound smart, but I bet they have huge hogs.
Well, you're wrong on both.
Real talk. I only listen to Broken Sam on my white iPhone.
Respect.
All right. Johnny and Sam are great. Love your show. That's from March 17th. Y'all said from DZAK only to write a review. Good job. How about these Ben and Jerry dorks making the rounds? Oh, these Ben and Jerry guys are stupid, aren't they? Did you see the other day they were talking about giving back the? They were talking about the federal
Johnny,
government
I'm
giving
up 42 points on fat N-words in space. $42.
Weren't you up $99?
No, no.
That's what you said earlier.
No, I didn't. Did
I thought you said $100.
I thought I said it was up 50.
Oh, 50 maybe it was. So you lost $1.
Johnny, stop being mean.
Yeah, did you see the Ben and Jerry's guys? Like they were going around telling the federal government to give back some land that it was on, and meanwhile their headquarters is on Indian land that they don't.
It's so annoying. Rich white people are going to destroy this country.
I think they're trolling. Wannabe Sam Gilf right here. Cleaning lady Tanya is a wannabe Sam Gilf. She wants more.
Come get some. Send nudes.
These pods never disappoint. Belly laughs aplenty. That's from Stan the GIF man.
Stand the GIF, man.
Beat Hose says, thank you for bringing the heat every pod. When are you coming to Stockton? Boy, nobody's trying to get shot around here, dude.
I like Stockton. I'll go to Stockton.
Cool Jeffy says, sweet Sammy T and JJW. Happy I get to spend so much time every week listening to you guys and laughing along with my clients as they get tattooed to Sam's stories. Oh, he's got this shit playing loud.
That's how you make a difference in your community.
That's brave. See you next time you are on the East Coast, Sam. Sam, stop being a baby and take me up on the live sex critique. I think the 90% discount is a steal. I guess somebody's operating a 90%.
I think they're talking.
Brazilian wax. My southern accent slips in every now and then. Newt Dale writes, Brazilian wax. Friggin' top notch. I love the show. You guys are better than sex. You're having the wrong kind of sex.
Yeah, dude, seriously.
That is not the right kind of sex you're having. What are you doing? Sam,
Johnny,
please.
have you heard my new TV show I want to pitch?
No.
That we give gay guys Viagra and make them feel vagina for the first time?
What do you call that?
The real hole?
Sam, please don't worry about screwing up names. It's real, and the real people don't care. Johnny, what else can I say? Perfection. Have you seen me? Johnny,
Jake Shields messed up my last name, and I was like, you know what?
Oh, did he?
I'm fine with it.
Been there.
Tripoli. I go 3 E's, dude. Triple E's.
X is an illegal Mexican. His English is bad.
Yeah, he's great. He's perfect for the show.
I would write a review, but Johnny, I gotta go. I love Sam Tripoli, but why does he have to say Johnny's name so much?
Johnny, what is he talking about?
I think it's good. What, you just did the joke. Yeah, good job. Whatever happened to Off the Grid Ryan?
Last heard he was in Vegas. That's it.
KJ Casper says, I couldn't make it through my hormonal 40s without y'all. I like to think of Johnny and Sam, more often Johnny, as my best friends who keep me sane. That's very kind of you.
Good for you, Johnny.
We'll get to some more. We'll get to some more of these next week.
Are those all 5 stars?
All 5 stars.
What are we up to?
We got a ton.
2,200 and something?
2,223 ratings on the American.
Let's get to 3,000.
Yeah, let's do the push for 3,000.
The push for 3,000.
to get to.
And what number are we on, Johnny?
Episodes?
Yeah.
Well, we don't. We're not exactly committed to doing this show weekly. So, what are we? Cash Daddies, which started like 2 years later, has flown past it. We're at 151 right now.
Okay, we're so far away from fucking the big 500.
Any milestone of note, yeah. All right, we'll try to tear ass through the news here.
All right, I'm going to give you one-word answers.
So Snow White has been released, and it's just an epic flop. The flop that we've known was coming for years. As soon as they released the pictures, or as soon as they announced that the 7 dwarves weren't going to be dwarves.
Yeah, they're just going to be homeless people.
And named the casting. It was like, we knew this was going to be a flop. And yet Disney just barreled down the path and made this piece of shit.
Dude, that movie is everything wrong with Hollywood. Peter Dinklage, the angry dwarf.
Yeah. Peter Dinklage, what?
What's his name?
Peter Dinklage, the actor?
Yeah, the
Is he in
angry
it?
dwarf. No, he wouldn't let. He complained
you're
about
talking
them having
him complaining
dwarfs.
about- yeah.
So he took jobs away from dwarfs.
When you have dwarves, saying those are like great Hollywood dream jobs. For
Yeah,
the
that
short
they would
little
make.
people.
I mean, no one's gonna watch it. I bet you my kids will watch it. And be like, this is great.
I just wanted to. So the trailer, which we'll have to cut out of the YouTube, but I just wanted you to see. Even the trailer is cringe, dude. The trailer is. Oh, it's so uncomfortable. They say the reviews, by the way, even the liberal reviewers couldn't give it a good review. They say that Gal Gadot is terrible in this, like unwatchable.
Okay, Johnny, what movie is she good in besides being
No,
hot
she's
Jew
not a good
pussy?
actor. Yeah, she's just beautiful.
She's not. She's just a hot IDF Jew.
She's gorgeous, but here we go.
This was my father's kingdom.
And then this woman who plays Snow White, I mean, she's fine, but she's not the fairest of them all, for sure.
A place of fairness. But the queen changed everything.
Take him away!
Your Majesty,
What did you say?
the people need some kindness.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
She's so bad.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty. But a lovely maiden I now behold.
Also, dude, there's something to be said for making
Johnny, I must send you this. It's such fire. My friend Alex Phillips with a Z because he's black. You have to find this video. Watch this video. I'm texting it to you from my social media phone. Watch this.
And I just want to be the fairest of them all.
Look at her bad acting.
The queen is evil. You must flee into the woods.
My parents always said this forest was a magical place.
She did bad butterfly acting.
Hello? Is there anybody here?
Look at the dwarves, dude. They look so stupid. Look at them. You know what they look? They look like those Nazi propaganda posters.
100%. They all look like Ari Shafir's uncles.
It's a human.
What did you think I was?
Nothing. Ghost.
Yeah, it looks like they all went to Epstein parties.
Safe from the queen here.
The queen stole everything from all of us.
They look like Harvey Weinstein, every one of them.
It's time to restore our kingdom.
Literally.
Waiting on a wish, holding out for someday, hoping somehow, someday.
I mean, it's just. I mean, we don't have to play that.
Well, you know, Johnny, here's where we're going to lose everybody. They're going nuts. They're like, why would they make a Latina? I'm like, she's also Polish Jewish. I mean, come on, stop. But I sent you that video. Play it. It's the best video.
And if she actually owned Latina, that would be the only time Latin has lost out over the Jews. The Jews always.
Well, she doesn't. She claims being Colombian.
Colombian, really?
You
Wow.
always claim what dirties the water. Always. Every time.
It's not sending. Hold on. No, that's a voice. It's not coming over. Hold on. I mean, I got what you sent me.
Dude, you have to play it. It is the funniest clip. Alex nailed it.
There it is. By the way, Alex Stein is taking. Speaking of Alex, he's taking his life into his hands.
I
Have you
love
seen
him.
I mean, that guy is on the front lines, bro.
That dude, he is fearless. Watch this,
Okay.
Johnny.
This is
Watch this.
This is humorous.
So read what he says first.
Rachel Ziegler at the Oscars red carpet.
Watch what he's basically doing up there. Do you see what he's doing?
It was snowing at the Oscars. Yeah, he looks like he's
doing a scoop of the nose.
Little
The
key
nose
bump,
fun.
some kind of little key bump there.
Yeah, a little key bump. He's doing a joke.
Let's
Watch
go
her.
present an award.
Watch her. Watch her. Dude, she is coked out of her mind. Look, she's doing the swallow, the coke swallow.
Oh man,
she is so coked out right there.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Look at that, dude. I've done that 1,000 times.
Yeah, people used to
And
get
this
you
is
on that all
this
the
is
time.
the problem with her in particular, but her generation. They just have no respect. Like You're getting paid so much money.
Why would you want to do it before that too? Like that's to me that's just doesn't go together.
Look at that. She can't swallow because it's dripping. Because she just did just a banger. I've done coke. That's what coke looks like to me.
I got to be honest. She's my kind of woman, and I don't find her appealing in the least. Like
Well, her attitude is so nasty.
It's not her attitude I care about. It's her. I mean, I just don't think she's cute. Anyway, all right.
Well,
you said you were going to the bathroom?
Johnny, do you remember, dude, when the leading ladies were hot? They're not hot anymore.
Yeah, of course.
They're mid now.
Yeah.
And it all started with Jennifer Aniston, who was the hottest of the mids. Like, she was cute, but they were sold to us as she's hot.
No, I don't find her sexual in the least either. I don't think.
Well, I mean, dude, how many relationships have crashed and burned for that chick? And then you get into who is it? Who's the Australian supermodel that became an actress? What's her name? She was in everything. And all of her kids are trans.
Oh, she's South African. Charlize Theron.
Yeah, she always has to play like the evil person.
Yeah, now she does. Yeah, I mean, when she was young, she didn't. But yeah, she was as hot as it got. Though.
Yeah, and she's like, nobody hits on me. I'm like, no supermodels hit on you.
Your greatest fears have become reality. The U.S. is deploying its robo dogs and war games to game out an assault on Kim Jong-un's, or whatever the hell Kim is in charge in North Korea now, his secret tunnels. They're using those robo dogs you've been afraid of.
Who?
The United States government.
Against North Korea?
Well, in a war game scenario, but they are out there now, the dogs. That
do you think countries do that kind of like college football where they play each other in a spring game?
They do. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, they get together, like especially the NATO countries, and have war games all the time. Yeah. The U.S. military on Monday deployed robotic dogs. This is from Newsweek, or robo-dogs, as they call them.
Was that in the Telegram, too?
In joint drills with South Korean forces, simulating assaults on North Korea's, quote, secret underground tunnel network, Seoul announced. The deployment in Paju in Gyeonggi province is part of Freedom Shield. There it goes, where they put these great names on it. Freedom Shield.
Of course.
An annual joint military exercise held by the U.S. and South Korea.
You're all going to die.
Robo dogs, dude, are in the field now for the military. That's what you've been afraid of, that, right? Them deploying the robo dogs, and there they are.
We're just these nerds are going to kill us.
Joe Rogan has said that he is skipping UFC 315, saying that he don't want to go to Canada. He's not, and he would rather go to Russia, is what he joked on his podcast. What do you think about it? He's just not going to Canada now. He says, "I won't be there. I don't go to Canada anymore."
Have you seen how gorgeous his house is in Texas? Why would you want to leave that?
He said their government is terrible, but the Canadian people are awesome, of course.
Yep. Why wouldn't you?
What do you think? I mean, you spent time in Canada. Do you notice the government when you're there?
No.
Or is
you go to Toronto, you're like, oh, this is what humanity is possible. This is what's possible in humanity when you don't spend 50 cents of every dollar on the military.
He said, we have to become friends with Canada again. This is so ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I think he didn't like, and this is what I said. I don't like that the hockey teams were fighting. I know everybody thought it was cool, and I get it because we love hockey fights.
Yeah.
But in reality, you have a bunch of elitists getting a bunch of fucking regular Joes fighting with each other.
Do you think, so Conor McGregor appeared in the Oval Office with President Trump. He appeared behind the presidential seal, giving a speech about immigration and the European Union.
Dude, can I tell you something?
He's running for, whatever.
Yeah, now they're talking about throwing him in jail for 7 years.
The executive over there in Ireland. Do you think he's serious? Is my first question.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
You think he has a chance?
I think that they're going to they're doing the exact same thing to him that they did to Trump, which make it seem like they're trying to take him out with all these stupid ass courts. I think the trial that he had and Jason Burmese is probably not going to be happy.
Burmese, yeah.
It's probably not happy that I'm saying this, but that whole SA trial seemed like shenanigans to me. And it was a humiliation ritual.
Oh.
And I think that he's getting new charges that they say he incited a riot. So
wait, how's that?
Went through a tweet?
That dude, if they can get you for a tweet, we're all
well,
screwed.
It's Europe,
That's crazy.
Dude.
Yeah, you can do anything in Europe, can't you?
No, in Europe.
I mean, the government.
Yeah, the government
can do anything.
This is what happens when you allow bureaucrats to take over, and that is an argument against Elon Musk and Doge that nobody voted for him. And I understand what they're saying.
Yeah,
But again, I think it's going to take someone from outside the system, and we can argue how much outside the system Elon Musk is when he's the #1 defense contractor.
It's dumb though, because people voted for the president, and the president. It's not like the president can do everything.
Yeah.
So the president is signed. It's with his imprimatur.
Yeah, I mean, like Joe Biden put a guy in charge of the nuclear codes that was a bald cross-dresser that stole luggage. So I mean, I would take. Even with all the bad and that I don't like about Trump, I'd take him 1,000 times over anybody in the Democratic Party. And I was Democratic. I was a registered Democratic voter for most of my life. I haven't been forever. Now, I signed to the Libertarian Party, but I still won't play that game.
Now, you also have, and I wonder if these things are related, you have Andrew Tate running for, office in England, and he was, DeSantis was like, he's not welcome in Florida. Andrew Tate, because of his, the accusations against him, which you have Candace Owens now, who's just out there defending the least popular people in the world. Apparently, is her new gig.
She does not care.
No, do you think it's related though? Conor McGregor and Tate do you think there's a movement to kind of do the same thing?
Is the term populist?
Yeah, like a
person
populist, with no political experience, no political. baggage.
Someone outside. People are tired of it. But then they get in, they just play ball.
What do you think of Tate? Do you like Tate?
Well, I'm
uncomfortable with him.
I mean, I think I think he's controlled op.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
right?
probably.
I mean, again, it's like all these cases that go nowhere.
Now, DeSantis saying that he can't come into Florida, though, or whatever, that's ridiculous. That's so stupid.
DeSantis is a weird guy. I mean, he's really right when he's right, and he's just awful. Same thing with Trump. When they're right, they are spot. So you say the same thing about Bill Burr. When they are when they're on, they're on.
Yeah.
Spot on. But when they're wrong, they miss they're so far off. You're like, what do you do? How is someone so right so often, wrong so wrong?
So this is just crazy. There's this guy in Saskatoon, I believe. Saskatoon.
That's Canada.
Correct. 31-year-old father who was caught trying to record a 9-year-old child changing into a bathing suit at his cabin. His defense was he was trying to find out if he was a pedo.
No, you're going to jail.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, what?
No, that's the dumbest. Well, you only get away with that if you're in the WHO. That sounds like the WHO defense.
Yeah, the Pete Townsend defense, which he said he was in. But there's some truth because what they found was that he had been complaining to the police for a long time that the payment processors, that they should be targeting them for these websites. And he was using the payment processors on one of the websites to prove that it could be done. And they went into his computer and said he never downloaded an image, never accessed an image, never logged into the websites or anything. He just used the payment front end of the system to prove that it could be done.
Yeah, I just think that's stupid.
That's bad. He said it was stupid too, but
it's a dumb game plan.
No, it is stupid. Yeah.
And
he was frustrated because the police weren't doing anything about it, and he was gonna go public with it. It was his idea.
No, the funniest thing is when your baby's mama sends you pictures of your kids taking a bath. I'm like, we don't need to do this on the phone,
That
right?
is weird. Yeah.
You're like, let's not do that.
Yeah. No, I got my sister when she used to send my nephew. I
was like, I don't need to see these. Yeah, don't send them. We're good.
Or what if you're think about it, dude? What if you're in high school? You got nudes from your girlfriend or something, and then now you're 21. Those pictures are from when she's 19, 18, whatever.
I forget there was somebody.
What's the law on that? You got to delete that shit, right?
Yeah, you got to delete that shit. You should always delete all the nudes, by the way, all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
But if we're talking your children, you shouldn't be sending those pictures.
No, I agree. Yeah. But anyway, this is the victim's father asked this guy's wife to check his phone, which he had 3 deleted videos of him. 2 of them showed him setting up the phone and testing the angles. And then the 3rd, he was heard telling the child to go to the room and change. It's creepy. I'm not going to go in the rest of it. But, I mean, is he what is that? That's the dumbest excuse literally ever.
I agree.
He's got to go.
Yeah, you don't take pictures of your own kids.
Also, I don't know if they were even his kids, I don't think. It was somebody else's kids.
Oh, then he needs to go to jail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're gonna
he's doing it to find out if he's a pedophile.
Yeah, you're a scumbag. If you are.
Yeah, you are. That's what I was thinking. So you sent me this. This is from the Daily Mail. A local Pennsylvania politician staged a hate crime by planting a noose at her own desk, according to the police. A local politician in Pennsylvania has been accused of attempting to pose as a victim of a hate crime by planting a noose at her own desk. Cops.
That's how hard it is to be somebody. You have to fake your own hate crimes.
Latarsha Brown.
Latarsha, right there. I'd be like, yeah, nobody's doing hate crimes against you, Latarsha.
She's latarded, if you ask me. I
gotta go, Johnny.
Finding the rope on her desk in the office on the morning of January 10th of this year, the department launched a criminal investigation and submitted the news to the Pennsylvania crime lab for DNA testing. When they came back, only her DNA was on the damn thing. Here's Latarsha right here.
It's just
got caught. Did Jussie Smollett teach you nothing? Honestly,
It's
did
so
you learn
dumb.
nothing from Jussie Smollett?
Dude, someone in I think Canada just got busted, some Jewish business, and they basically did an investigation, found out they did their own hate crime to themselves.
Why? Look at this picture, dude. It's just this tiny little thing that is like a rubber band tied into a knot or something. It's so dumb. Like, what do you get out of this, dude? Is it kind of like just mental disorder? You know what I mean?
Well, it's like there's this thing that happens in high school where girls fake their own suicide so they can get attention.
Oh, that's like is it Tom Sawyer where he goes to his own funeral, and he's like watching it? It's kind of that fantasy of
no, but
seeing what people
it's
would
like
say about
everyone
you.
going, "Oh my God, you're so loved. You're so loved. Oh my God!" Like there's I've heard Rogan talk about. There was a woman who was saying she was getting sexually stalked, and when they discovered the emails, she was sending them to herself. And then in England, there's some super fat chick that said she was getting like GR'd, gang R.
Got it.
And they found out she was doing it to herself. She was like cutting herself.
GR'd herself?
Yeah. Well, she faked the crime to herself. And if you saw how fat this chick is, nobody's doing it. It would take 10 guys.
So
did I ever tell you the funny story about this female comic who forced her way into a weekend with me and Steve Byrne?
No.
And she's a crazy female, crazy person. And she showed up. She took my name off the marquee, put her name on the marquee.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, where was she? She was at the club or working?
She was at the La Jolla Comedy Club.
She worked there?
Yeah.
The Comedy Store in La Jolla?
No, she was doing stand-up. And it was like me and Steve Byrne were doing a
how
weekend
did she
there.
get access to the sign?
Because she went and bitched.
Oh, okay.
And
Complained
they
about it, and then they did it. I
Yeah.
thought you meant like she physically went.
They took my name off, put her name on. And I don't care.
Well, she's got better credits than you or
No,
something? Like
she
what?
just was a crazy person. So.
Can you say who this is?
No. Because I don't want to get into it. So anyways.
We need a beef on this pod. Dude.
No, I don't want one.
We need a beef.
So I just want to be left alone, Johnny.
We need to grow
if we
this
can figure
pod.
out how to have a very successful podcast and then nobody.
Numbers have been good, by the way. The audio, especially.
I know, but can we find a way for nobody to know who we are ever and we can just be left alone for the rest of our life? So, anyways.
It's hard to do on a podcast.
It is hard to do. So, anyways, the funniest thing. So, she takes the master room of the condo that the comedians used to stay at. So, I would sleep on the couch now. Steve would have the other bedroom because I was a nice guy. And I'd sleep on the couch.
Oh,
so,
I remember that place. Yeah.
So, the first day we go there, right? And
they don't have that anymore, do they?
No, they Airbnb it because it's prime real estate, dude. So we go there. We stay at the condo. The first night every night I would go down there. I go to this taco shop. So I take Steve because it's the first time down there.
What's his name? Taco shop? The fish taco place?
No, this is before I knew Don Carlos.
Yeah, Don Carlos.
Don Carlos
Ryan,
burritos are the best burritos in San Diego. He's in La Jolla, but the area. So I really love these rolled tacos that are right next to the condo. So we're about to leave, and we're like, let's just be nice. I'm like, hey, would you like to come with us to get tacos? She goes, no, I'm good. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So we go. as we're walking back, she pulls up in her car. She's like, "Hey, can you come with me? I'm gonna get some tacos." I go, "Why didn't you just walk with us?" I just, and she goes, hand to God, she goes, "I just don't want to get R'd."
What?
And I go, "Cynthia, we're in."
Oh, there it is.
Oh, beep it. Okay, you can leave. I don't care. I go, "Hey, the only way you're in Pacific Beach, home of the hottest college women on planet Earth. The only way you're going to be involved in an R is if you're helping hold down the other chick. That's the only way you're involved in any kind of R going on in this area."
What was her reaction to that?
She just stared at me. And I just walked off.
Yeah, that's so funny, dude.
Yeah,
that's great. That's Sam Tripoli right there for you, folks. That's a good one. So Bryce Mitchell put out this video.
Real quick, I'll tell you a great story about Bryce Mitchell after. Go on.
Okay. Did you see this? I'm just gonna play this. All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
You did. Okay.
Good morning, y'all. I need all my Christian warriors to pray for me that I would have peaceful sleep. Every single night since the day before the press conference, I've had demonic dreams. Legions of demons are attacking me every single time I sleep, and not one time have I seen any peaceful sleep since that day. These demons surround me, and they try to fight me and provoke me to anger, and then the dream will switch, and they'll send beautiful women, and they're trying to get me to lust, to cheat on my wife. Satan's using two of my weaknesses to try to expose the evil in my own heart, which is anger and lust. However, where I am weak, the Lord is strong. So please pray for me, especially if you're fasting right now. Please pray that I would have peaceful sleep, that God would send Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael, Samson, and King David to watch over me and protect me with the shield of faith.
Is Samson still going out on assignment?
We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness,
he wants Ninja Turtles to come.
and evil powers in high places. I'm not just fighting a man on April 12th. I'm fighting a man possessed by a legion of demons. When I simply said the name Jesus, he was provoked to maliciousness, and he started barking like a dog and chanting F you, F you, F you. Remember, guys, the days of me fighting for myself are long gone. I now fight for the name of the Lord. And the devil, he ain't going to waste his time trying to plague a loser. He knows that a victory for the Lord is at hand. I will win this fight in the name of Jesus Christ. The man's demons will be casted out of my presence, and he will fall before me just as Goliath fell before King David. And I know this, and I believe this with all my heart. And God told us if we just have faith the size of a mustard seed, we can move a mountain, and I do. But right now, I need y'all's help. Like I said, where I'm weak, the Lord is strong, and he will use y'all to show his strength right now. And I trust in the power of the church. I trust in the power of Jesus Christ. And please pray for me that I would have peace when I sleep. And I love y'all. And remember, if you're going through anything, this is what the church is for. You're not a coward for asking others for help.
So
respect.
He's fighting a demon possessed opponent. What do you think about that? You think?
I mean, he's not the first one to talk about how other people are using black magic in fights. I mean, they say that about Alex Pereira too. That he does, dark mojo.
Well, voodoo is popular in a lot of, or something like, something related to it.
Well, Johnny, just so you know, he's looking for sponsors.
Who was?
For his
Bryce?
fights.
Okay.
Yeah, and I asked him if Tinfoil Hat could sponsor him.
What do you say?
I haven't heard back.
Oh, I would be cool.
Bryce, if you're out there, we'll sponsor you.
Love it.
We love the Lord. We love Christ here.
You mentioned the DMV earlier. In Miami, scalpers have been busted selling DMV appointments for $250. Dude, that's how out of whack this is what happens when you have the government and it's just inefficient, a bureaucracy. You get these middlemen that weasel their way in and start profiting.
Andrew Wilson was debating a communist chick who believes in communism.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm just like, guys, I mean, like anything outside of anarchy will lead to just a control of power. Once I get in a fight with the guy, with Dylan on Conspiracy Social Club. He thinks government's important. And I understand at some point when you fight like pharmaceutical companies, what they're supposed to do versus what they're doing. But at some point, you're just putting people in power and people abuse power all the time.
Completely. I completely agree. A woman in Winnipeg was run over. Tell me who's in the right here. Okay. So they're in the parking lot of this place, right? There's an empty space, but there's a woman standing in the space saying she's holding it for her friends.
Nope.
So this other woman in the car starts rolling forward, rolls over her ass, and she gets trapped. under the
How
car.
fat is that ass?
And then just drives off like nothing happened when she realized that she just run over this bitch.
I don't like that rule. I think it's
Which
first
rule?
come, first serve.
Well, there's no rule. The woman was breaking the rule by holding the space.
Yeah,
in my
I don't
opinion.
like that rule.
So you think she should get away? You should be able to run over people.
No,
if they're
I think
blocking.
she needs to get the fuck out of the way.
I agree. Yeah, I totally agree. That's annoying. If you're trying to hold a space, sorry.
My Israeli neighbors do that with their garbage cans.
I've heard this story.
Yeah, they still do. They've eased off it.
They do it in this neighborhood we're in right now. Sometimes we can't find parking on garbage day because of
Johnny, I gotta
certain
go.
folks. All right, we're almost done here. You mentioned a couple weeks ago this video, which has gone around a few times over the years, and it's going around again with the measles horror going on. This is an old Brady Bunch episode. If you haven't seen it, here you go. Oh, wait a minute. We got to unmute it. It's called Then versus Now.
Get me home. Measles. It's either measles or a strange case of red freckles.
You have got a temperature.
They told me 101.1. What's the record?
Never mind.
Oh, are you sure it's the measles?
Well, he certainly got
How
all the
funny is
symptoms.
it? He was insanely gay, the dad.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Insanely gay.
Like, it was just out there.
A slight temperature, a lot of dots, and a great big smile.
A great big smile.
No school for a few days.
Say hello to my dotted son for me. Tell him I'll bring him some comic books and I'll see you later, dear.
Okay, honey, bye.
Just got to bone these guys real quick and I'll be home.
Dude, I got to drill holes in the glory holes in the bathroom.
Boy, this is the life, isn't it?
Yeah. If you have to get sick, you sure can't beat the measles.
That's right. No medicine.
Inside or out? Like shots, I mean.
Don't even mention shots. Yeah.
Measles, measles, measles. Well, all the kids have now had the measles.
So have I.
Well, I had them years ago. Looks like the Bradys are finished with the measles.
Hold it. You're not through yet.
Alice, don't tell me you're coming down with the measles.
Oh, I hope so. I'd hate to think I was just learning how to blush at my age.
Now, this is a modern program depicting the measles. Here we go.
I should go to school.
7 students confirmed with measles, 4 others possible.
How? They had to have been vaccinated.
These moms never vaccinated their kids and lied about it. Vaccines are harmful.
You are endangering the health of every child in this city.
Unbelievable.
No, it's turning blue. Call 911.
They're rushing a child into the hospital.
Oh my God.
Only SVU.
Isn't that crazy?
So,
dude?
Johnny.
What is this hysteria?
Johnny, so I have a YouTube. I'm just going to say this guy's first name, not his last name. His name is Chase. And it started out with him going nuts on me about vaccines. Where is it? Let me read the first one. So this is his first. Oh, you piece of shit. This is his first DM to me. Vaccines save lives. Trump's got a lot of people killed. This shit isn't debatable. It's backed by numbers. It's backed by very clear numbers. Everyone agrees. Be a serious person. I'm like, your algorithm is lying to you. So I nonstop bombard him with facts on vaccines.
You told me about this. Yeah.
So this is the last one.
You've been blowing him up. Yeah.
Oh, dude. And God bless him. He doesn't ever block me. And we just go at it. And he's called me out because he'll say stuff to me. And I'm like, whatever. He goes, dude, you're not even going to look at it. I look at all your stuff. I'll go, okay, deal. I'll look at your stuff. So then the whole thing was, where is it?
What if you convert him, dude? That's great.
That's my whole go.
At least he's willing to read it, though. There's
Here we
something to
go.
be said for that.
So I sent him this. So you know the measles breakout in Texas that was big? So this comes out by this Terra La Rosa. Covenant Children's House guilty of medical malpractice that killed 6-year-old girl. Media covered it up with a fake story of measles. So they have all this thing. They break it down. So then I send him that. He goes, this is what he writes to me. This is some real galaxy brain shit, man. Congrats. Kids are dying because of your mindset. You're a lunatic. Not like some liberal conspiracy that just common fucking widely known knowledge. Good Lord, get help, blessed. Nobody's dying. I go, nobody's dying. And nobody is dying. The hospital lied, man. It's malpractice. And they send them that the third number one way of people dying in this country is medical malpractice.
Did you know that the number one cause of death for pregnant women is homicide?
Oh my God.
The number one cause of death for pregnant women. I couldn't believe that was real.
That
I was
makes me
watching,
sad.
And it's something, just guys get crazy when their woman gets pregnant or something, isn't
That's
it?
so sad.
It's the number one cause of death.
It's so sad.
Okay, so there was this plane that took off from LA headed to China from CNN. And it had to come back because the pilot realized he didn't have his passport, dude. Can you imagine like getting the heat? You know that feeling of being in trouble when you're a kid and your face just gets all warm and you're like, oh shit.
How far were they into the travel?
Okay, so flight United Airlines 198 departed LAX around 2 p.m. on Saturday with 257 passengers on board. About 2 hours later, the plane turned around and was redirected to San Francisco, where it landed around 5 p.m., according to FlightAware. The pilot did not have their passport on board, United said. We arranged for a new crew to take our customers to their destination. Like, dude, you're in trouble, dude.
DEI? No, that's what they want to
terrible.
bring. They don't want you flying, Johnny.
That's so annoying. But just think about how bad he must have felt having done that. A woman, we'll just do the rapid fire now. This is from NBC News. A woman admits trying to sell human toes regurgitated by dogs. She worked in an animal shelter. A dog had, I guess, eaten some human toes, vomited them up. She was trying to pluck them out to sell them on the black market. Exactly. To who is buying? Is there a market out there for toes?
By the way, if you bite off my toe, I'm going to ask for it back.
An Australian woman narrowly avoided jail over her plans to sell on the black market 2 human toes that dogs had regurgitated at the animal shelter. The owner died of natural causes, so the owner was dead, and the dog chewed its toes off after it died, and then the owner was dead. To be fair, so she was just.
Where did he die, or she die? At the shelter?
In the house. And then the dog was brought to the shelter after the owner died.
Oh, see, cats have been getting shit for eating you when you die. It's really dogs, too.
Well, yeah, that's true, I guess now. Yeah, you're right. I thought about that before. 3 teens in the United States tried to stab their mother to death and were plotting to murder her for turning off the Wi-Fi. She turned off the Wi-Fi. That's telling you how crazy these kids are. They're all little, early teens, 14, 16, and 15. They had a coordinated plan to try and kill their mother for turning off the Wi-Fi. They grabbed kitchen knives and chased their mother through their Houston home and into the street. According to the sheriff, one of the girls threw a brick that hit their 39-year-old mom in the ankle, and the girl's 70-year-old grandmother was knocked over while attempting to protect the mom. This is a problem, dude. Children are addicted to the internet.
And they have no fear.
But doesn't that sound like the behavior of an addict? You get between them and their drugs. That's the same. They'll do anything, man. It's something. There's something extra here, man. It's the shit that the social media companies have done.
I agree.
They've
final story.
There's a lot of fake NASA, really fake looking
so
NASA
bad,
footage going
dude.
around. I don't.
How about the even Dana said to me the other day, she goes, people think they didn't even go to space, and she's like, I don't think they went to space.
It looks weird. So this is something I think you might have sent this to me. This woman got sick and then woke up with a Chinese accent.
I love this.
Hold on. I hate that Instagram does it.
Oh, yeah. Sarah Colwell from Plymouth in England is a dead-set Pom who now sounds like she's from Shanghai.
It wasn't until I was in the ambulance on the way to the hospital she actually said, are you aware of the way you're speaking? And I said, oh, I sound like I have a slur. And she said, no, you sound like you could work at a Chinese restaurant.
I think she has a slur.
A Chinese restaurant. Maybe don't add the like the Chinese restaurant. Now, this is apparently a genre of medical condition now because this woman has a stroke, gave her an attack.
I heard about the guy
this is
that
a thing, though.
fell and hit his head and woke up gay. He's also British.
You're saying there's a connection here? Is it
I think there's something here. He's like, I'm so gay now.
Well, it makes me think though that there's some truth to this idea of a collective unconscious, or that we all share, you know what I mean? Like maybe
there's crazy people.
They
out there.
pulled the wrong accent out of the collective unconscious. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know. Rest in peace to the California firefighter known for his delicious mustache. Look at that mustache, dude.
Dude, what is that, Yosemite Sam?
Isn't it crazy? He's dead. Rest in peace. He died of something or the other. I don't know.
Great hair.
Heart something. I don't think they've said. But anyway, I wanted to get one last shot of that mustache.
Yep. Rest in peace, buddy.
Just okay. So there's this, I think, South African station in Antarctica, and it's like The Shining down there, dude. There's this guy that just went nuts on everybody, like homicidal, trying to kill people, and like being sexual harassing people and stuff. And they're trapped down there. Nobody can come get them. So they're having like Zoom calls in from therapists and stuff, trying to get this guy to chill out until they can come relieve them. But they started getting calls from people like, hey, Billy is going nuts on everybody. We're really afraid. So they're now trapped down there in Antarctica, dude, with a guy who's potentially homicide, has been like threatening murder on people. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I'd be like, grab the boat. Let's go.
Yeah, it's like a setup for
We're getting out of here, and we're leaving Nuts bag back here.
We could talk about Kanye, but I mean, we've done it a million times.
I bought his coin. Let's go.
Wait, does he have a coin or is it a scam
Kanye
coin?
West coin.
Are you sure it's real? Because a lot of them you see on Twitter aren't real.
It's a Ye coin.
Yay coin.
Yay coin. Ye coin. All right, guys.
I think that's it. These were the ones that were gonna die if we didn't get them. Woman trying to sell toes. Mustache, man. A bunch of ATF agents were fired. Good on them. Glad for that. I think that's it. Yeah.
All right.
That's it,
Word of the day.
And there's people talking about the Downs lady. That's a filter. We're gonna get into that later. We don't have time right now.
Yeah, that's open up the show
there's
story.
a Downspiracy going on.
Yep. Phrase of the day: fat blacks in space.
Ah, a curious soul. Looking to get your hands on some Tim Hatcat, are we? No bother. Acquiring a bag is not as mysterious as you might think. I'll be your guide. Down the rabbit hole we go. All you'll need to begin your trip is a Rabby wallet with a bit of Ethereum. From there we'll head over to the bridge, that's dbridge.finance to be exact. Once you've arrived on dbridge, just link it with your wallet and the wonders can begin. Select ETH on the Ethereum network or whatever coin you'd prefer on any of these other marvelous blockchains like Base, Solana, BNB and more. It's all here. Make your choice. Then make your way to Sonic and our final destination, THC. Enter your amount, approve it, and send. Simple, isn't it? It certainly is. Now, we wait. Could be quick, could be a moment. The blockchain works in mysterious ways. Once complete, refresh your wallet, and there you'll find it. Your new bag of THC, safe and sound. You're one of us now. Welcome. And that, dear traveler, is how it's done, but be aware, as a member of our community you may now become a target of the CIA's many mind control weapons, so make sure to keep your new tinfoil hat firmly on. And stay curious.